13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome on into episode number 100 of Unsportsmanlike Conduct.
Hooray.
I am Steve. We got a full house today, as you can see here, which means right, quick, short, to the point show today, as we were discussing it before we started here.
Nope.
As always.
I won't allow it.
As always, I got Timmy T right on here to my left. What's going on, sir?
This is going to be the best 4 hours of your lives when you're watching this show right now. The best
Guaranteed.
4 hours of your life. Stay tuned for all 4 hours, everybody.
Tim, I need you to give me a gambit that you're going to make a name for yourself right now.
Yeah, I know. All right, tonight, baby, it's going on. That's hour 3. Hour 3.
Marvel talk. We're going to go over D23. We're going to go over all the D23 announcements.
Every trailer. Every show, everything came out.
All the new attractions.
We have a lot of fans that want to hear about the Snow White trailer. We want to make sure we
exactly. How can we not talk about it? We're pop culture, damn it! We talk about everything.
This is a sports show, so let's get to we'll get to some of the sports stuff here, including some great rankings that I know that we're all going to agree on. Melo, been a bit. What's going on, my friend? How's it hanging?
Good. You know, was getting adjusted to the overnight life, and now it's getting switched up again. So, yeah, fun time.
Changes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Thanks, Tim, for knowing what I'm talking about.
I thought it was Tupac changes.
I'm the old guy. I know that shit.
For one, that's a later version. All right. So. Are you ready to get into some ranking talk and completely agree with everybody on the show?
Absolutely. I'm ready to put out the most 100 authentic list out there because I've seen a couple, and yeah, it's out of their minds. Some of these lists.
I have seen a couple, and I didn't agree with many of the ones that are out there, but on some.
CJ Stroud at 15, and I immediately closed the window and said, I no longer want to read anything from this person.
I think I saw that one. I don't remember which one it was, though.
I know, leaving Brock Purdy out of the top 10, like, it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, crazy. No one would ever do that who actually watches football.
Let's see what Anthony has later on. Speaking of Anthony, what's going on, my friend?
Same shit.
How's it hanging for you?
Not bad, man. Not bad. It's Sunday. This feels weird seeing you guys on a Sunday.
God's Day.
Here. Yeah. Special first ever Sunday show.
So we promise half as many curse words. Not.
No.
I'll make that promise.
Not.
All right. So what are we going to talk? So what do you want to talk about? So 100th episode.
Wrestling is hour 4, Steve. Wrestling is hour 4.
All right.
D23 is hour 3.
All right, let's start reeling this back in now. All right, so we're gonna get into the at the Hall of Fame, which we have not covered on the show, which took place last week in NFL. We're gonna get into we won't get into the full 100 because that would just cut into hours 3 and 4 and 4.5. But we'll take a look at the top 20 for the NFL 100 this year, and then, as we've been talking about on the show the last couple of episodes, we're going to get into some rankings, our brand new rankings for the 2024 season as it pertains to quarterbacks. And, of course, this was the idea of our PCP official quarterback guru, Anthony, down there. That's right that way. Melo.
Oh. The other way.
No, the other way.
The other way. That's now you're not pointing at me.
I'm on my screen. I'm pointing at you.
Are you?
You're wrong.
Your screen's wrong.
I was my screen wrong.
You're wrong. Because it is. We just said that.
Who am I pointing at here? Tim, right?
Tim.
Well, of course, there's only one person above you.
Then it only makes sense that I'm pointing this way.
No, look.
That's Tim.
That's Tim.
That's weird.
That's the wall.
Uh-huh. That's a bad hockey team. I know.
Where?
On your head.
Oh, real funny. Funny. All right.
I should have worn my
we'll
Panthers
get all that
shirt.
great. No, you shouldn't have.
it.
Don't do it.
I should have. I have that championship.
No need for all that. No need for all that. All right, let's hit the new promo, baby, and let's talk some football on the other side. Melo, you're gonna get it right this time.
I'm trying to look at YouTube and see if I'm getting it right.
Soto, high fly ball. Number 18 has tipped the drill. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup. The Knights in front.
Wait.
All right.
I just figured out what's missing from that. Us.
Oh, what's missing?
We should
need
be
some
in
of
there.
us.
We should be in there.
Need a little bit of us.
You have to add me in there saying Will Levis.
Where did Timmy go?
I don't know. That was an accident. Sorry.
Oh wait.
No,
a
now
second.
you screwed everything up. Yeah, it's got to.
come on now.
It's more LCD than me, I think. Which I
Well,
like.
I didn't need a shot of us in there at least at the end.
All right, we'll get that figured out. We'll do that.
We'll do a team photo at the end.
Team photo. All right, let's this is a football heavy show. As we this started off as a football show. Just an only football show. A little history lesson for you young folk out there. Let's get started with actually some basketball. Let's do that. Some Olympic stuff where both teams from the United States took on France in the gold medal games, and needless to say, the United States came up on top. Both of them. Steph, whoever wants to start talking about Steph, just insane.
Holy fuck!
Just half the curse words. Bam on a Saturday.
It was incredible. Was that the greatest stretch he's had in a game in his career? I mean, he's had some finals games where he's done it, and so
I guess in a
hear the
meaningful
argument.
game.
Yeah, he's only got 4 rings. I guess he hasn't played in many of those.
What?
I don't know. Melo said it like he hasn't played in meaningful games.
No, I meant he's played in a lot of meaningful games. But
okay. I apologize then. I took your sarcasm. I took it as sarcasm coming from you.
No, because he's had some great performances where you're just like, holy shit, like. In
he's had stretches like that. I want to say, was it the first year against the Cavs or the second? I think it was whenever they won their first title. He had a stretch. Fuck, I'll never remember the game now. He had a stretch in one of the games though where he scored like I want to say it was like 12 straight points and they were all threes, and basically just blew the game wide open. I don't remember the game.
And the
or
shots
the time
that he
frame.
takes, the shots that he's taking are just ridiculous, and he's got nothing but 100% confidence that this shit's going in.
I thought the first 3 he was. I mean, he did what he had to do to get relatively open. That fourth one though, where he was double teamed and had that was come on now. I was standing in my bathroom because I was about to take a shower and I'm watching it on my phone, right? And my wife thought something happened because I just started screaming when he hit the fourth one, like holy shit!
I screamed out holy shit, and people thought I had gone to take a nap. I was watching the game, and Steph's just going off. Steve don't do naps. But that again, that last 3 where he's just falling away over 2 guys, nothing but net, all good. It was pretty great.
I know LeBron won the tournament MVP, but they don't beat Serbia and they don't beat France without Steph. He went absolutely berserk in those 2 games. Absolutely berserk.
Wait, so there was an MVP for this?
Yeah, LeBron won tournament. There's a tournament MVP.
How did he win it over Jokic?
Because Jokic got the bronze medal, so no one cares.
So what? He still was the best. He
he
by
was
himself almost
more
took
excited
down
about the bronze medal than his championship.
Jokic
He was,
alone.
which I thought was funny.
Almost took down the whole entire United States team. Like how does that make any sense?
But he didn't. That's how.
Yeah, because he doesn't have 10 other All-Stars on his team.
That's whose fault?
The country
Steph
of
Curry's
Serbia's
fault that he was born in North Carolina.
It's Serbia's fault for not breeding basketball players.
Yeah, right.
For
The,
beating one
the
freak,
France,
and that's
How
it.
dare
French
they?
team is crazy.
There's so many other things that they could do in Serbia. I mean, why basketball?
Horse racing,
Horse racing, obviously.
tennis.
Nuclear testing.
Oh,
Nuclear testing.
Steve, we're gonna get off topic here real quick. Did anyone see? Did
We're
anyone
only
see the
11
rally
minutes in.
in the badminton game? Did anyone see the rally that went on for like 10 minutes of them just going back and forth, just slamming the whatever they call that thing in badminton
The cock.
with at each other?
Shuttlecock.
What
that-
did you say?
Is that-
It's a shuttlecock.
The shuttlecock. Yeah.
You're serious? That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't be it.
Never heard that or knew it, but they were slamming that thing back and forth at each other, and it was great. And if
They
you
were,
want,
they were slamming the cock at each other
yes, yes, they were, and it was crazy.
for 10 minutes.
That's a long time.
A long time to be slapping cocks at each other.
So the you go to
How about
YouTube.
Draymond getting himself in there, having to go to the game so he could
Oh,
talk
of
shit
course.
to Rudy Gobert.
Of
He's
course.
trash. And again, I said he's trash. So the fact that, people like to defend him, how he's winning Defensive Player of the Year or how he's on the number one defensive playing team is out of my mind. He's
Say
not
that again. I was ignoring you.
Can't we just enjoy the gold? Let's just enjoy the gold.
What were you yapping about? What happened?
that Gobert is trash.
Gobert
And
sucks.
the fact that you defended him earlier this year is mind-boggling.
Whoa, I defended him.
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa.
When he won Defensive Player of the Year.
What? How did I defend him?
Because Wemby should have won that award, not Gobert. And then you're like, oh,
All,
he
all
was
I
the number one rated team.
all I said was it's hard to give the Defensive Player of the Year award to a player who plays on the third worst defensive team in the league.
It's
That's
not
all
when
I
you're
said.
actually playing good defense and the rest of your team is garbage. Rather
No, but
than
if you're the
you play
defensive
your
player of the
garbage,
year, you should be
and your team
anchoring
carries
a
you.
defensive unit.
it's not
We're
defensive.
not doing this right now. We're
team
not
of
doing
the
this
year.
right now.
It's player.
If he's that great defensively, why do they give up the third most points in the league? The
Because
third
the rest of
most
the team,
points in the
because it's a
league.
because it's a basketball game. It's a
Third
team game.
most
It's not a
points.
single.
I think
player.
they gave up like the sixth most points in the last like 8 years this year.
It's a
Without
team
him, it would
game.
be the first.
Meanwhile, Minnesota gave up, what was it? They had like the lowest offensive rating or defensive or how was it? The
And it's not
lowest
because of
offensive
Gobert,
points
though.
allowed?
You can't tell me it's because of that man. You can literally.
You can definitely say it's you can't say it's not that he's not a part of it though. I don't even see you're gross. You make me fucking defend people I don't want to defend. I don't want to defend this guy right now. All I'm saying is when Wemby anchors an actual defensive team, then we can talk about it. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it. I'd say Bam should have
so
won
many
the
more
award.
games.
Bam should have won the award. Bam should have won the award. All right. On to more important things.
USA
You
Women's
guys are-
Basketball also won the gold
No,
today
You
at
you
9:30
have to see
a.m.
this. You have to see this. I'll go full screen so you guys can see it better.
Oh
This is
god.
the most obscene thing you'll ever watch. I didn't do the sound, so you can just watch it. We can commentate it ourselves. This is insane.
Those girls love the cock.
This isn't even the one. This isn't even the right one.
I mean, 100
This
plus
isn't
shots
even
is
the
a
right
lot.
This one, it was the men's one. The
100
men's one
plus.
was intense.
But
Nah,
they're
this
just
is-
literally lobbing it
Nah,
up for them.
yeah.
Like,
The men's
No,
with the
this
cock?
isn't. The men's one was way better. I'm not even gonna make you guys watch the rest of this. Forget it.
come
Thank
on,
you.
Malaysia.
Thank
It's
you.
the wrong clip. I apologize.
Thank
They
Wrong
you.
look like they were practicing there.
I hope you're not
Warm
going to
it
bring
up.
up a clip of men playing with cocks now.
Let's
I'm not.
watch-
No. We'll leave it up. Well, I'll leave it alone now. I couldn't
If
find the
you're
right
gonna pull
clip.
up an
Take
Olympic
your
Search it up
video,
yourselves.
Great day.
If you're gonna pull up the breakdancing video, if you're gonna pull up an Olympic video,
Yes.
Back to.
Wait,
Oh,
that's
go
what
ahead.
I was going to say. You go to YouTube
That
right
was
now and
funny.
you type Olympics and it's breakdancing. That's
The Australian
forget about-
breakdancer.
the most awkward.
The
Yeah,
single worst thing I've ever. It looked like a convulsion on top of a fucking
so bad.
seed. On
The
top
amount
of a drug
of memes
addict.
that has generated is so wonderful. It has supplied me with numerous amounts of laughter.
It's all very bad. Very, very bad.
Back to Team USA men's basketball. I'll bring up the elephant in the room. Do we want to discuss Jason Tatum's lack of playing time?
No, I think he proved why he shouldn't have been playing yesterday.
He what was the stat? He was 2 of 16 on jumpers in the tournament, I think was the stat.
Yeah, and I think he handed out, what was it, like 101 Gatorade cups,
That's right.
57 high fives.
He's got championship hangover, guys. Leave the man alone. He got fucking
I'm
ring.
just-
He's got ring fucking fever. So let him go.
I think it's being overblown, honestly,
Jeez.
in my opinion. And I'm not even a
I think
Celtics fan. I just think it's being overblown.
I think so, too.
They managed the team the way they should have. They played matchups. And if he's not going to give you anything offensively, matchup wise, he's hard to keep on the floor. And he wasn't giving them anything offensively, so they couldn't keep him on the floor. So I didn't see a problem with it. Tyrese Halliburton's a great offensive player. He couldn't get on the floor either because he doesn't play defense.
You saw his post about
Yeah.
the group project not doing anything.
You get an A on the
Get an
group
A.
project and did nothing.
But that's what some of the people were saying about Tatum. Well, at least he's an all-star, he's a superstar, he's a champion. Throw him 3 minutes, but I think that might even be worse. It's just you toss him in the little 3 minutes there. All right, go sit down and say that you played 3 minutes in the Olympics.
Yep.
It's
And
a
this isn't
matchup
like a-
thing.
Won the gold medal.
It's
Won the
It's
gold
a
medal.
matchup thing, and
Thank
he was
you.
never gonna get crunch time minutes over KD and LeBron. It was never gonna happen.
But
When
now
it's all
Championship.
said
that-
and done, when it's all
This
said
isn't
and
like
done, he got a ring and a medal all within a 2-month span.
He seemed pretty happy after the game, so I don't think he's worried about it. Nor should
Me
he
too.
be. Good for him. I wouldn't be worried about it. Be like, fuck you guys. I got a gold medal and an NBA title. Fuck off.
You think Christian Leitner gave a shit when he didn't play back in '92?
Everyone forgets he was on the dream team. I love it.
Christian
everybody
Leitner was like,
hated him.
I don't care. I don't gotta play. I don't give a shit.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Men win the gold. Melo, as you were saying, the women take home the gold as well. Represent.
That game was actually pretty good. It was, both the games were obviously really good, but this one came down to the end as well. France, a fair guy, I think it was Gad Williams. They had a shot to be able to tie it. They were down 3. She gets the ball with just a couple seconds left. She puts it up. Her foot was on the line, ends up banking it in,
Worst.
and they lose by 1.
Foot on the line. That was in the NBA a few years ago too. It was Durant with the Nets.
Yep. But yeah,
Game events is-
both games were good. With that, I think we ended up getting tied for gold.
Did that?
Overall medals, you mean?
Yeah, overall medals.
Yeah.
Well,
But
gold
overall, no,
medals.
I'm saying overall gold medals. Sorry, overall, and that was with China, right?
Yeah,
They
both of
tied.
us
No, they
ended up with
tied.
40.
They both had 40 golds. The U.S. blew total medals out of the water. They had 126. China only had 91.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a big difference.
Do it. We dominate, baby. USA, USA.
And there were several instances of people celebrating too early, which always makes me laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. I love it.
Don't do it.
Can
Stay humble, guys.
I make an announcement? I have an
Oh,
announcement
of
to
course.
make.
Of course, it's a 100th
Dun,
show.
dun,
We do
dun.
what we want.
And it's shocking. It's going to shock you all. This might be the biggest news of the year. Sorry, I have to all the way to the end. I have to wait till it ends. I officially am in on the WNBA. I'm in.
Oh,
I'm in.
wow.
Oh,
Because-
tough.
And I love Caitlin Clark. I absolutely love this woman. I do.
She's a baller. She's a
Dude.
baller, man.
Not only- I said the absolute hatred that she gets makes me love her even more.
Wait,
I'd
is
be like,
this because it seems like she's about to start dating Aaron Judge?
No, nothing to do with Aaron Judge.
Get out,
Nothing to
get
do
it,
with Aaron
get
Judge.
She's dating Aaron Judge. Is
Oh,
that
no,
real?
no.
Just
No,
take a
it's
picture
a
together
rumor.
this week.
She was at the stadium to meet Judge today.
Oh my God!
Yes.
But
today
she
or
was
today?
so complimentary over him. Oh, you think he's big, but not until you see him in person. He's
Hey,
muscular. They took a
hey.
picture together.
It's got nothing to do with Judge. No,
I know.
I meant to make that announcement weeks ago, just because the hatred that she gets and the all the players hate her. I'm like, you know what? This is my girl. I like this girl, and I like watching her play. I try to catch the games when I can. So I'm in. I'm in with
Nice.
Caitlin Clark. I'm in. Fuck the Liberty. I'm no New York team.
Wow! Wow!
I ride with Caitlin Clark wherever she goes.
He's a Fever fan right now.
That's right. I got the
Yeah.
fever.
So you're
Got
doing
the
what
fever.
the LeBron fans do, Tim? Is that what you said?
Yes, I'm gonna follow her around. Wherever her talents take her.
You gave me the softball. I had to take it.
Wherever her talents take her, I'm gonna go.
Oh man.
On a side note, I want the Mets to get up out of Seattle. I don't want to see Seattle no more. I know we always make fun of Seattle on the Put in the Book show, and we
What sport are you talking about, Steve?
stop.
Yeah.
Preseason football started. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
Hockey starts next month, and I definitely won't be paying any attention to baseball then.
Less than
anything
2
else?
weeks and we got college football.
College
Oh
football?
my God, there's not gonna be enough time in the day for baseball.
Just cancel the season.
Who cares? This is first place. They won. Whatever.
Cancel the Seattle portion of this season. Tired of it. All right, let's get into some. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say anything else through the Olympics that we want to bring up.
So I guess everyone's kind of brought up a little bit. Timmy, you brought up the break-in, and you brought up the badminton. Timmy, boss. Anything particular you liked about the Olympics this year, or that you remember?
No, I stayed away from most of it. I didn't watch. I watched the USA play Puerto Rico one morning. Outside of that, I saw the breakdancing memes. Got tired of that real quick. No.
Wow.
No.
Was that? Do you usually not follow the Olympics, or was that just like this year? Like it was weird.
Not really.
Okay. Very.
I mean, I root from afar.
Okay. Well, maybe it'll change in 2028. We got a couple more sports being added. And we got
Flag football.
We got baseball and softball coming back. We have cricket coming back. What's the other one we have? Another one's coming back. I forgot what it was. But
Yeah,
maybe
I'm going to be
Three or four sports that
eyes
America's
peeled
going
for
to dominate in.
cricket.
Can we get rid of handball? The stupidest game I've ever seen in my life. Can we get rid of that? Please. Please.
I like
Get rid of that.
handball.
Sorry, I just got to get up for the remote because I'm not going to watch the rest of this game.
No, when I being from New York, when you're a handball, you think you're slapping a pink ball against the wall playing 1-on-1. This is just a ridiculous game that these idiots play, running up and down, throwing
Or
a
a
ball.
blue ball.
Yeah, a
Like
blue or a
soccer.
pink ball.
It's like soccer, bro, with your hands.
It's like, what is going on with this game?
Well, one of the things that I enjoyed from the Olympics this year was the first time I saw it was I think they called it sports climbing, and I don't know if you guys saw any of the videos, but one of the things was a speed race, and essentially it'll be like what do they call this? Like when you go to the fair and you see like the rock climbing wall.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the same one side by side, two guys from different countries, the same country, and essentially it's whoever can go up the rock thing the fastest. And you see these guys go up it, and they're going up it in like 4 seconds or less. Like I was very entertained by it.
Jeez.
Any of them named Peter Parker?
No, but the American did get.
It looked
bronze.
especially fun when you're on a cruise overlooking the water as you're climbing.
I've never done it on Royal because the one time I went on Royal, every single time I went to it, it was closed.
And the lines are forever on it too.
Same thing with like the water surfing thing that they have. Thing was
Oh, yeah.
always packed, and you always have to go like at a specific time. It's like, no, I don't want to go at that time. I'm trying to drink at that time.
Exactly. You see how we squirrel here? Squirrel.
You brought up the cruising.
I know.
But that was my take on the Olympics. The sports climbing was actually pretty fun to watch. They also had like the boulders, like freestyle. So,
I'd say, speaking of baseball, why are you running out on us? I'm about to talk.
he's not even at the bottom anymore.
He runs away. Well, I'm going to go on without him. I say, speaking of baseball, the greatest specimen in baseball is taking place right now in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, which is the Little League World Series. Which, if you like children crying, you're going to love the Little League World Series, because I look forward to children crying every single week watching the Little League World Series. Nothing is better than watching that kids cry on that thing. But it's a great game, though. It really is a fun game to watch. Those kids have the excitement that the MLB is missing.
Is Carlos playing?
They play it for the love of the game, man. Not money, not endorsements. And then they cry when they lose. It's great. It's just a great thing to watch.
Cry when they lose.
You can't hold it in. Just kind of let it out on national television. The dads probably beat them for it. So.
Throw strikes, asshole.
That's right.
What do you think I'm trying to do, Dad? Oh man. All right. So, how are they gonna? All right. So the WNBA is gonna get started back up in like 4 or 5 days. What's the plan on having baseball in the Olympics, as far as the season's concerned?
I'm assuming they're probably gonna do like what they do with
take a break
with soccer, that it's like an age requirement.
No, but
like,
they were talking about major league players being involved.
Really?
So like NFL players are going to be in that flag football.
What team is going to want to risk it? They already don't want to risk their guys for
I
the
know.
baseball classic. You think
the NFL has actually cleared the NFL players yet? Has that been confirmed? I know they were talking about it. I never heard that it was officially cleared.
It was
Goodell
was that segment with Mad Dog when he was talking about it, and what's his name, the GM that they have on ESPN? He's usually on Get Up. He used to GM the Jets, I think. But anyway,
Tannenbaum. Oh, that
Tannenbaum. He said, as a GM, absolutely not. He would not let any of his players play in that flag football in the Olympics.
He doesn't have players. He doesn't have a job with them anymore. So no one gives a fuck what he says.
Yeah, because it's a Goodell like working side by side with these guys about it. So I'm sure he would have some sort of.
What happens? Oh, it just takes one thing to pop in July.
In flag football?
August. I'm sorry. You never know.
You could easily blow a tire playing flag football.
A friend of mine blew her knee out playing powder puff football. For Christ's sake, anything can happen on that field.
I mean, that's what that's like. What's going to be our competition?
And he was on steroids. He still couldn't stay healthy.
But see, that's the whole thing. Let a bunch of college kids go. They're still going to win by 1,000, and be done with it. You're not losing. I mean, there's no chance America loses that sport to anyone. There's no chance.
Oh, some knock on someone.
No, there's no
Here
chance.
we go.
Our national team lost
4-year jinx.
in normal football.
Yeah, that was like a bunch of people like you and me playing.
Hey, we put up more of a fight against Japan.
You realize, though, for like some of those countries that have these national flag football teams, like those teams are like, that's what they do. They just try and play flag football.
Where's the national lingerie football? Where's that at? That don't fly in 2024?
Nope. RIP, bro.
Well, okay, but I guess they are talking about it. But the volleyball uniforms,
the beach ones, but it's beach, so it's different.
No, the indoor ones are pretty nice too.
No, you're absolutely, but they're not like skimpy like the boss is trying to make over here.
No, but they got the wedgies all the time, so it makes for
wedgies.
It makes
I just mentioned it because who Ison had Jessica Alba on, and they were talking about how nice the volleyball jerseys are, and how but they would her and whoever was on want to see those type of. I mean, it should be tighter for the guys too, is what they said. Equal opportunity. All right.
Can't wait.
Anything else on the Olympics?
I can't wait to see flag football in the Olympics. I can't wait.
No.
Hey, here's what was that? 4? So it's 4 years away. Here's a good game to play, and we'll play it back. Which current NFL quarterback will be captaining be the captain of the flag football team in 4 years because they're out of the NFL. There you go.
Oh, out of the NFL.
Because they're out of the NFL. They didn't make it.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Melo.
Aaron Rodgers.
At 48 years old.
He might be retired, but he'll still have a great arm.
He could still sling it in flag football, just not the. Hey, listen, no one's gonna hit him. He'll be fine.
That's right.
Maybe like Stafford.
He could bring a championship home.
I could see that actually.
Stafford could
Georgia,
be a
Georgia kid retires because of neck problems. Hey, I can play flag football though and just
it's
sling
in
the ball
LA.
around. Cooper Kupp, who might also be retired by then, is his receiver.
They bring it back.
It's in LA. They both live there now. It's perfect.
Exactly. I think. Yeah.
The
Sammy
connection's
Watkins comes out of retirement
Rumors.
and joins
Sammy
them, reuniting the old Rams high flying offense.
And Ocho Cinco finally gets a team to play on. He's been bitching for years. He's been bitching for years. He can still play.
He can.
So is
He can
Terrell
replace
Owens.
Terrell Owens, too.
Oh.
There you go. Those are two
You guys
wide
are all
receivers.
crazy. You don't think that Tom Brady's not going to want to be in the limelight and go quarterback that team
God.
at age?
Nah,
I saw
that's
the
way
fucking reports the other day. Tom Brady keeps himself in phenomenal shape and would be open to a comeback. Like, shut the fuck up. Stop.
He's not coming back. He's done.
He's 98 years old. Leave the 4-man alone.
Going to the Dolphins. That's what I heard.
Please.
Stop.
That's what I heard.
10 years too late.
All right, let's move over to the NFL. Why don't we? And we'll start off with a little conversation around the Hall of Fame that took place. And I know with all the names that are on the list, no matter what, I think this group would like to start off with Mr. Mongo McMichael jumping into the Hall of Fame. Finally, obviously, towards the end here. Yep.
Still alive, thank God.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be funny there. He was in rough shape.
No, I give him credit for allowing himself to be shown in that state. Not that it's something to be embarrassed of because that's life, but just putting himself out there in that condition when we've seen him in his glory days,
Yeah, you almost can't tell it's the same person. It's sad, but hey, it's awesome that he made it in.
A lot of Bears.
Yeah,
a lot of Bears went in.
Yep.
The Bears had a good weekend.
Yeah.
Devin Hester. That guy was a beast. But back to McMichael. Anybody else want to have any words on Mongo jumping in? You can see he put a smile on his face. You know that this made him happy. Obviously, made his current wife happy. Obviously,
Hey, he's the first Hall of Famer / Four Horsemen. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Get him into WWE Hall of Fame too.
I'm surprised he hasn't got in there yet. Triple H will do that. He's a sucker for that kind of stuff, No, but Mongo was a part of that. Still probably the greatest defensive team ever. I mean, you fight between the Bears and the Ravens, I guess, but that Bears team was goddamn scary, man. Scary ass team. So, he deserves it. Good for him. I'm happy.
Yep. Overdue. Other guys on the list. We talked about Hester. No, nobody like him. Give me a little you there. But that guy was just you kick to him and what are you doing? What are you doing?
Making a mistake.
Center of all time.
Picking off Super Bowl with a run back in Miami.
That guy was just insane.
He was insane.
I think he was so mismanaged in the NFL because I actually think he could have been a really good offensive weapon if they had used him properly. And I don't think anyone they couldn't figure out how to use him. Which like in today's NFL, imagine him on like a Mike McDaniel or a Sean McVay offense. Oh my God, they'd have a fucking field day with him.
Yep.
Or even as much as I hate him, like someone like Kyle Shanahan.
What was he? Was he a running back or was he listed as a wide receiver?
He was a wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
But he also played DB in college. He played DB. He played like corner, safety, receiver, running back. He played everywhere. Played all over
And-
the place.
and
He was fucking
he was-
fast as hell.
And he was the guy when you had some of those bye weeks with like 3 wide receivers, you'd plug him in for like maybe a catch, but a couple of punt returns for touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly.
He
That was your
could've
Hail
easily-
Mary shot.
He could have easily been used like a Cordell Patterson.
Yes.
He should have been
Could
used
have
like
easily
Cordell.
been that.
Other guys, Freeney, Andre Johnson, Julius Peppers, Patrick Willis. It was a nice free agent class here.
Yeah, this,
Well rounded, I think.
This
Defense,
inductee
baby.
made me feel old.
All about the defense this year.
White Freeney, right?
Like Freeney, Patrick
Andre
Willis.
Patrick Willis, yes. That probably makes you feel older than.
Very old.
Yeah, I'm saying like, oh god, some of these guys like
You're
Someone
watching,
got in.
yeah. When you're watching the draft, they got drafted in, and now they're retiring. You're like, fuck.
Well, and that's coming up soon in the NBA with guys like
I
LeBron
remember
and
Andre
Steph.
Johnson in high school. Like, what the fuck? Literally.
That happened to me with when Jeter retired. I'm like, holy shit! I just watched this guy's whole career. That makes me feel real old.
Oops.
but it was a good class. And then for 2025, we have a couple big names that are getting their first chance there. Boss, you got them?
That's what I was just looking up. We got to lead in with our boy Eli. Let's go, baby. Eli freaking Manning, Hall of Famer. Come at me
First
with that
ballot.
shit. First ballot, baby. Luke Kuechly is on there. Terrell Suggs is on there. For this is for next season. Torrey Holt. Damn, Torrey Holt.
I just to
Marshawn
backtrack
Lynch,
for a second,
Adam
and I'm not
Vinatieri.
saying I disagree with you guys because I do think he should be first ballot. What if Eli isn't first ballot? Because I know, like, there's a lot of people that are very divided on his Hall of Fame status. I'm not trying to stir you guys up. I'm asking a serious question. I ask the hard hitting questions.
I wouldn't be
official
shocked.
TV
I wouldn't be
guru
shocked
app.
if he didn't make it. I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked, but I'd be upset.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too. Listen, you know who Eli Manning is? He's Nickelback. One day, someone on the internet decided to say, "Hey, we have to hate this guy," and everybody hated him. That's just that he is Nickelback. There's nothing wrong with Nickelback. They're a decent band if you really listen to them. That's
I
just
love
how
Nickelback.
Eli is. Couple 4,000-yard seasons, two MVPs, two MVP MVPs. He
Super Bowl
deserves to be
champ.
in there. He deserves to be in there.
Did it with no Hall of Famers on offense.
True.
Had the 2 times he won the Super Bowl, they had what? 1 year was the worst running attack, and the second was like 28th.
Yeah, the first one was the year after. Was that the year after Tiki?
You have to take it.
Yeah.
And they had Ahmad Bradshaw
Loser.
and fucking what's his
Brandon
name?
Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs.
Jacobs.
Fucking the thunder and lightning bullshit that really
So-
didn't really work out too well, but worked out well enough.
So I guess we can go. Normally, what, like 8 guys get in, right?
Different
Five.
numbers depends. Yeah.
5? Okay,
Yeah,
so
it depends. It's a voting thing. It's like baseball.
I got the whole list
Not a
of
set
who's eligible now next year, and then who's still on there. So we have Travis Frederick, Luke Kuechly, Marshawn Lynch, Eli Manning, Joe Staley, Terrell Suggs, Aqib Talib, Adam Vinatieri, and Marshall Yanda. Now the guys who are still there who haven't gotten in, you have Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Willie Anderson, Antonio Gates, Rodney Harrison, Torrey Holt, Fred Taylor, Reggie Wayne, and Darren Woodson.
Rodney Harrison?
Yes.
Really?
Mhm.
Darren Woodson's shocking.
This is Rodney
Richie
Harrison.
Wayne.
This will be his 11th year of eligibility.
Wow.
11 years. That makes me feel old.
I'm honestly surprised Antonio Gates didn't get in first ballot.
Antonio Gates should have been first ballot.
And fucking Vinatieri's going in next year.
He'll be
Ballot.
first
You
ballot.
should. Yeah.
Why is Reggie Wayne in his 5th year of eligibility? I never understand why they hate on these receivers. I don't understand.
Jared Allen, another one.
I was going to say right off the bat, Torrey Holt's not getting in. Not this year.
He should.
Who else
He's
you say?
in. Steve Smith Sr. There's a lot of them. Jeez Louise. Hines Ward still isn't in. Reggie Wayne's not in. Torrey Holt. Antonio Gates, the tight end. The Jared Allen one, I think, is a little interesting. What about Willie Anderson? Willie Anderson, 3-time All-Pro, first-team All-Pro, offensive tackle. You would think 3 AP first-team All-Pros would get you in, but I guess not.
It's a weird process, Hall of Fame shit.
It is. I'm not a fan of it. Of any of them, really. I don't think there's a single one of them that is like makes any sense. The basketball one, if you fucking know how to play basketball, you get in. The baseball one, you have to slob on the knob with the writers, or else you don't get in.
That one's the worst one, I think.
Oh, by far. That's a fucking shit show. Those guys should all fucking just leave.
Because they don't care to, like, this year, one guy gets in. One only. It's like, really? Yeah. One?
No guys get in.
Yeah, the fact that you can have no guys, too. That's insane also.
It's stupid. That's fucking stupid. Baseball Hall of Fame is terrible.
I was just like looking up because I was looking at the Eli stuff and Kurt Warner saying back at a certain time that Eli was not a Hall of Famer. But then you look at the Kurt Warner versus Eli Manning stuff, and it's not close.
Kurt Warner's a bum.
I mean, say that, but
he's a bum.
Eli, the durability also has to be counted in there. He's got 20,000 more passing yards than Kurt Warner.
And he never would have missed a game if it wasn't for Doo-Doo.
So, my God, this dumbass McAdoo. Let's see what Gino's got.
I mean, Gino's got a lot.
Gino got nothing.
We
saw what Gino got. We saw what Gino got right away.
Yeah, brought back a franchise from irrelevancy. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about Gino.
Franchise. What franchise?
We're not talking about Gino.
Wait, what franchise?
Gino and the Seahawks right now.
Wait.
Seahawks are not relevant.
Wait, did you just say Geno Smith brought a franchise back from irrelevancy?
Yeah, they were like, no one expected them to win.
Who?
No one thought the Seahawks were going to win.
They haven't
won what? They haven't won shit. What are you talking about?
They've been in the playoffs.
Get the fuck out of here. By that logic, you should be a Daniel Jones fan.
That's right.
Never.
That's hour 7.
The things that people are gonna shit on Eli for are the interceptions. There's a lot of them. At the end of the day, his touchdown to interception ratio is still not as bad as Joe Willie Namath, so he should be.
Or also the record.
He's a 500 quarterback. He played on a lot of really bad teams. Played on a lot of
117.
really good teams too.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're not gonna see the two. They'll be like, oh, he's 117 and 117. Yeah, but he won 2 Super Bowls and he beat the greatest quarterback of all time twice. One of them when he was undefeated.
Listen, as an avid fantasy football player, there were numerous times throughout his career where I would have him as my quarterback for long stretches of time because when he went on heaters, they were wonderful. Like you didn't even care. Like he throws for like 360 and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, he threw 2 picks too, but who gives a fuck? He give you 360 and 3. Like who cares? I didn't care. I loved it. I was like, this is amazing. I love this.
Yeah, but
like Eli drops back and he just heaves it down the field.
But he'd also be like, oh, I was only 11 for 15 for 102 yards. Yeah, but those 2 yards were touchdowns that you won the game with in the fourth quarter. I'm good with that. I don't need my fucking 400-yard quarterback all the time.
Look at his fourth quarter.
Fourth
quarter stuff. Yeah.
At the time that he retired,
27 fourth quarter comebacks, 37 game-winning drives. That's impressive. That's just regular season. That's not playoffs. That's just regular season.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he only has
that's. They both went pretty well, so I guess it's okay. But he only has 2 playoff runs. Get out of here. We made the playoffs like 6 times.
No, but I meant like he only won.
Like, wow, you're right. The only times he won playoff games were the years they won the Super Bowl. That's insane.
Like the Marlins.
I didn't know that.
Like the Marlins.
That's amazing.
The wild card.
That's got to be one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Yeah. But look at these 2 Super Bowl runs because this is like the Joe Flacco Ravens year. Because like I know people are indifferent on Joe Flacco. The year that the Ravens won the Super Bowl with Joe Flacco went on a fucking heater for the playoffs. Look at Eli's 2 playoff runs. You have 2007. He's 6 touchdowns, 1 interception over the course of the playoffs. 2011.
That one interception was tipped.
9
It was in the Super
touchdowns,
Bowl. Damn it.
1 interception on that one as well. So 15-2 in those 2 playoff runs and an 8-0 record. That's really impressive. Yes, I understand he also lost 4 other playoff games, but 2 Super Bowl runs with those kind of numbers. That's really good. Like,
And again,
I mean, and in that 2011 one, he's going over 300 yards a game in that playoff run too. He's at 304 a game passing. Like he's not like just handing the ball off. He's slinging that bitch around, and they're winning games. So
he beat Brady twice. He beat Favre. He beat Rodgers
in Green Bay. Both in Green Bay.
Both in Green Bay. He beat Romo in Dallas. Like,
I gotta look at. That's what I wanted to pull up those.
Romo with the pick to end the game.
Beat Matt Ryan. I don't care. Who cares? Beat Matt Ryan in Atlanta.
He beat Jeff Garcia in Tampa.
That's right.
Well,
He
so
was having a good year that year too.
The New England one is at Tampa, at Dallas, at Green Bay, and then the Super Bowl against New England. The other one is home versus Atlanta,
Also New England.
and then at Green Bay, at San Francisco, and then against New England again. So I mean,
My God, the San Francisco, and then
Listen.
you think about the game of inches, the ball that ricocheted the punt in the San Francisco game.
Yep.
That hit the dude by like a hair on his
So
kneecap.
you want to see Eli Manning highlight? Watch that fucking San Fran game. He got the living shit
Yes.
beat out of him through that entire game. Never gave up.
six
Never
sacks.
faltered.
He was
Never
sacked
fucking
6 times in the
complained.
game.
But he got hit. How many times did he get hit though? Or pressure?
It doesn't give me that.
He was
Actually, I could probably find it. Hold on.
He had maybe his shoulder pads kept coming off. His jersey kept coming. Then he kept fixing him every time he went to the huddle. He never gave up in that game. That's my favorite Eli game, I think.
In that game, he was hit. Holy fuck. 4, 8, 10, 11, 12 times. Sacked 6 times, hit 6 more times. That's a lot. That's a
No
lot.
wonder at the end of this
And that's not
career,
counting
he was
pressures. That's just hits. Fuck, dude. No, I'm sorry. Because do you still get I don't think you get the QB hit if you get the sack. Is that correct?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you don't get the hit. You don't get the sack and the hit. You get one or the other. That means he was hit 18 times. He was
18.
sacked 6 times and hit 12 times. That's insane.
Yeah, it is a pinball machine.
Fuck, dude. Got beat up. My God.
I was
hung
going
in
to say,
there.
like, when
And
Eli
those are some
retired, he was top 10
those are some
in
monsters
almost
hitting
all
him too.
categories.
In that
Yeah.
Niners game, Ray McDonald, that was a big ass. Patrick Willis, Justin Smith, Alvin Smith, Navarro Bowman, like those are some dudes hitting him too. That's not like Ahmad Brooks. Oh my God, I can't believe he survived. That's bad.
Barely. Saw the faces.
And he still threw for 316 and 2 touchdowns, no picks. What more can you ask?
And don't forget 07. He takes that shot against the Eagles. Oh, you're going to be out 3 weeks. He said, no, I'm not. I'm playing next week. Fucking play next week.
Yeah.
I love looking up old stats and seeing names I haven't heard in a while, like Victor Cruz.
Hey.
I loved Victor Cruz. Yo, we're gonna go back into the Anthony Rasso fantasy football log. The year Victor Cruz broke out, last round of the fantasy draft, this guy right here drafted Victor Cruz and had him on the team. That was Rafa and I. We had Victor Cruz on like all the teams that year. And it was amazing. Loved it.
I turned it off. It was 10-1. I got up.
Yes, Mama. Yes, Mama Farace. You know the deal.
Oh man. All right. So the Victor Cruz season was great. I remember in one fantasy game, it was against the Redskins. I had Eli and Cruz that week, and it was a game where he hit an 80-yard bomb to finish. It was probably the same season, Ant, and you probably remember that.
That was the year I had him. That was the year I had him. I had him and Eli on a couple of teams.
It was a walk-off.
amazing.
It was a walk-off.
You had him on
I think I actually
99-yard touchdown too against the Jets.
Against the Jets. Well, that was the exhibition, right?
That was Christmas Eve.
No, that was
Christmas Eve.
Oh, that was Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, yeah.
3 for 164 and 1.
Perfect. Beautiful.
3 for 164 and 1. And he followed it up on New Year's Day with a 6 for 178 against the Cowboys. Good Lord.
Come on, man.
Holy shit.
He's a first
I love
ballot.
Victor Cruz.
The hate, I don't.
I told you he's Nickelback.
It's a good
You might be
comparison.
right about
I'm not gonna lie.
that. You might be right about that.
Good
All right,
comparison.
let's
Either that or the comparison to Peyton is too much. It's like, come on.
It's very different quarterbacks. It's very different.
Even he threw 20 interceptions in a year, but what's the big deal? You know, he went on to have a, you know,
Peyton had Marvin Harrison,
He won just as
Wayne,
many
Reggie
Super Bowls
Wayne, Dallas Clark,
Dallas Clark.
Marcus Pollard before that, Edgerrin James.
You know,
got the other running back there.
He had a star-studded offense. All right,
Jeff Saturday, Hall of Fame center.
I ain't arguing. I'm just saying.
and Timmy's favorite state, Indiana.
How many other Hall of Famers did Eli play with?
I don't think I can't think
On
of
the
any
offensive side?
offensively.
None.
I can't think of any.
Tiki's
I
not
literally-
getting in. Tiki's not in.
No.
None of them are in.
Nobody, not even the Giants.
Any of the linemen? Did they have any? I don't remember any
Um,
linemen of theirs that really stood out.
I think Sean O'Hara should be in there, but he ain't even getting in.
No, he's not getting in.
No.
He's not getting in either.
No.
That's kind of crazy. Not one Hall of Famer he played with. That's really insane to think about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he did it with
Plaxico shot himself, or he would have been a Hall of Famer.
Here's a better one. Did he ever was Victor Cruz an All Pro that year? I gotta look this up now. Did he ever play with an All Pro? I know Odell was one of those years, but
I want to say Victor Cruz was.
I think he was that rookie. Well, it wasn't technically his rookie year, but
I think a couple of the linemen did make All Pro. I'm almost positive.
Victor was a second team All Pro that year, which makes no sense because he had 82 catches for 1,536 yards and 9 touchdowns. He was a second team. I gotta look up the All Pro teams now. I gotta look up who the hell named All Pro over him. Oh, okay. Never mind. It makes sense. The 3 receivers who were All Pros ahead of him on the first team were Wes Welker, who had 122 catches for just under 1,600 yards. Calvin Johnson, who had 96 catches for just under 1,700 yards and 16 touchdowns. And Larry Fitzgerald.
It's a tough list.
All right.
Okay. Made sense. Got it. Never mind.
Rough year.
I'll let
rough year to
go.
break out with the salsa dancing, you know?
Wow. That's insane.
All right, let's get to some from the older guys that we're talking about Hall of Fame stuff to some of the top guys that were named this year in the NFL top 100. Some future Hall of Famers, no doubt, potentially on this list. I say no doubt and potentially in the same sentence. Don't worry about that. All right, we'll start it at 20. We'll work our way down. At number 20 is quarterback right off the bat, C.J. Stroud.
Too low.
That was quick.
Too low.
Stroud House.
Too low.
A little too low.
You think so?
Too low.
We're not.
Did you watch him play football last year?
Yeah, but this is all positions.
I don't give a fuck. Did you watch him play football last year?
It's 1 year.
He was amazing.
Okay, I understand that. He had the greatest rookie quarterback first season of all time, but still.
Thank you for making my argument
reasonable.
for me. I appreciate it.
Number 20 is reasonable.
Not.
He's had 1 year under his belt.
Jalen Hurts.
He's the
and
number
Dak
6
Prescott
quarterback on the list.
Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott are ahead of him.
Both consistent guys, you know.
Get the fuck out.
Consistent. Dak is consistently one.
That's consistent. His teams are constantly getting 12 wins.
Yes.
Listen, there's some names here that I would definitely hear an argument for that should be ahead of him. Those 2 are not it, though.
All right, so that's the problem I think with this list is that it's all the positions and how do you rank this guy ahead of that, especially this year where they have who they have at number 1. But it's so just run down list: Stroud, Roquan Smith, Justin Jefferson at 18. You think about that is like.
See, I would put Stroud ahead of Justin Jefferson just based on last year because Jefferson was hurt.
What is the criteria for this? Is it for the upcoming? It has to be for the upcoming season because Aaron Donald's not on the list.
Yeah.
So it's for the upcoming season.
And yeah, I'm assuming based on how good you were last season.
Would you really put Jefferson ahead of him though? With Jefferson with the quarterback situation they have in Minnesota right now?
No, you said
I would put Stroud and then I would put Jefferson behind him.
Oh, you would put Stroud ahead of Jefferson.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Ahead of him.
Never mind. We're on the same page. Disregard.
Yeah.
My bad.
Where the hell did I go here?
Justin Jefferson, Micah Parsons.
Okay. No, I'm in the wrong vicinity here. Hold on.
You want me to go? I got it up.
Yeah, go for it. I got onto a different list. Go for it.
Justin Jefferson's at 18. Micah Parsons, 17. Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts are 16 and 15. George Kittle at 14. CeeDee Lamb, 13. Josh Allen, 12. Fred Warner, 11. Do we want to stop there before we get into the 10 so we can discuss 11 through 20 there?
Yeah, Michael Parsons should be ahead of all those guys.
Would not argue that at all. Nope.
Most of them. At least most of them.
Fred Warner is the only one I would hear an argument for.
Kittle, I don't think I'd put Kittle there.
I would. What he does in the running game.
You would have Kittle ahead
wise,
of Stroud too? I don't think
no.
so.
That's where the difficulty is here. You got two tight ends ahead of.
As valuable as it is what Kittle does in that Niners offense, it would not be as valuable if he played on a different team. If he didn't play on a team with all the weapons that they have, it would be good, but it wouldn't be as impactful as it is with the team he plays on. So I would not put Kittle ahead of him. Stroud took a team with a receiver in Tank Dell that no one cared about coming out of college last year, and Nico Collins, who everyone thought was a fucking wasted draft pick, and they were one of the best offenses in football. And he was amazing, like you just said, the best rookie quarterback season of all time. So, yeah, I don't know that I would put any of them ahead of him. Like I said, Fred Warner and Micah Parsons. I love Roquan Smith. I think Roquan Smith's really good, but what Fred Warner and Micah Parsons do are otherworldly compared to what other players at their positions do.
Yeah. Any other comments on those?
Josh Allen at 12. Any? Seems right.
I have to hear the top 10 again.
Well, let's see who's ahead of him.
Okay, so you're gonna do 10 down now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
So number 10, Max Crosby. Number 9, Travis Kelce.
Look at Melo's reaction. I was waiting.
Number 8, TJ Watt. Number 7, Trent Williams. Number 6, Chris Jones. And number 5, Myles Garrett. Do you want me to keep going? You want me to
Pause
stop
there.
at 4?
Yeah.
Pause there. Thank you.
Pause right there. All right, so Melo, I knew you were gonna have a reaction to Crosby, but I also saw the reaction to Kelce in at number 9.
I would definitely put Josh Allen over both those guys. As good as they are, I still think Josh Allen's more valuable.
I have to agree. Player. And I'm not for nothing. I'm putting Michael Parsons ahead of them too. Michael Parsons should be the top 10.
Yeah, Kelce should not be in the top 10. Let's put it there.
And I hate saying it, but it's true.
Yeah, Max.
You realize though, like his down year is still like one of the best seasons of a tight end last season. Like there was like no tight ends that had better years than him, and it was a down year for Travis Kelce.
Look, we just had this argument. We did the show with the wrestlers. You can't put men and women on the same fucking list because you get angry. This is kind of the same thing. It's hard to put different positions on one list. It's really hard to do.
Well, yeah, because prior to this year, the only 2 players I would have heard an argument for to be number 1 were Aaron Donald and Patrick Mahomes. Period. I don't care what name you throw out there. If it's not Aaron Donald, if it's not Patrick Mahomes, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Because prior to this year, those are the only 2 players I would consider number 1. And matter of fact, this year,
you probably could have said CMC.
No.
You could have made a little bit of a case.
Conversation.
Because even as great as he is, the position, the need and the abundance of players at that position that are valuable, it just weakens it. And that's why you can't put him up there. Yes, he is the best running back we've seen in the last 25 years, probably, maybe longer. But it's at a position that's just not as valuable. It's the reason Jason Kelce was never in the top 10. Jason Kelce was the best center in football for the last, decade? Jason Kelce was never in the top 10, nor should he be, because it's a position, even though he is that good, it's just a position that doesn't mean as much. You can easily find other players to play that position.
You're not wrong.
That can handle a tush push?
Well, maybe Kelce should have been top 10 just because of that.
You're not wrong, but then based off how this year went, then I feel like you can't say CMC could have been the 1.
I don't think he should be 1.
Like the guy who's won this year?
I don't think he should be 1 either. I've said this in the chat when this list came out. The fact that
anyone
we all
other
agree
than
that number 15 is number 1 is a fucking joke.
Well, let's go. Let's round out the top 5.
Let's get the top 4.
Top 4. So number 4, aka should be number 5 was Myles Garrett.
Okay.
The best edge rusher in football. I don't really have a problem with him being up there. He's amazing. Number 4, the best player in football, Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Christian McCaffrey. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. And number 1, Tyreek Hill. And where do you want to start with this, other than Patrick Mahomes should be number 1?
I don't know why he's not number 1. Is it this
How
like
do
a
you not
Jokic
have
thing? We
him
don't want to
number
give him
one?
number 1 again.
You know what blows my mind is even more so the fact that he's not number 1 is that Lamar Jackson's ahead of him. And I love Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
But no, stop. Just stop.
I mean, if we're going based off, again, this is why some of this needs to be kind of talked about.
Don't
If it's
spoil
going
your
based off
don't spoil
last-
any of your QB rankings.
If it's going based off
Well,
last
I think
year,
we all
he
know
won
who's going
MVP.
number 1. So
Shocker. Based off him winning MVP, him having a good season, him getting to the AFC Championship, like he didn't have a bad year where he's just improving, right? So then I understand him being number 2. Over Mahomes, no. But I don't have a problem
I would
him
agree
being
with
2.
that. I would agree with that. I feel like this list devalues the importance of quarterback. And I don't know how else to say it. I think that the most important, the 3 most important positions in football, no matter how you want to slice it, obviously quarterback is number 1. Number 2, I'm willing to hear the debate back and forth, but it's edge rusher or player who goes after the quarterback, and it's player who protects the quarterback. Whether you want to call that a tackle or guard, I don't care. Obviously, tackle is more important, in my opinion, than guards, but in today's NFL, guards are very important as well. But those are your 3 most important positions. And for anyone to make a case that quarterback is not more important than those other 2 is a joke. It's a complete joke. I don't know if anyone wants to run down the receiver list of people that Patrick Mahomes was throwing the ball to that weren't Travis Kelce last year, but it is a fucking joke. And guess what? They still won the fucking Super Bowl.
And that's why I'm okay with Kelce being top 10.
They got a
by the way.
2-time Super Bowl winner on that team. That's a receiver.
That just because somebody won a Super Bowl.
Stop.
How many NBA championships did Luke Longley win?
Hey, he was key.
Well,
He
he
was key to
started.
those.
He started.
Yeah, he
Time
was
out.
key to those.
He started.
But it's still
He
Luke Longley.
played. He played more than Kadarius Toney does. Stop.
Hey, Tony has some touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
Anyways, yeah. I mean, it's come on, man. After what he did last year, I don't know how he couldn't be number 1. Like that's what blows my mind.
Is this just like a gift wrap to everybody who says the MVP is a quarterback award, everything is a quarterback? All right, here's your wide receiver as your number 1.
Well, remember this was voted on by
player.
the NFL players. So
So the
Do you
NFL
think
players
some people are
truly
bitter?
believe. Oh yeah, 100%. That man's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. He's like 27. What are you talking about? Of course,
let's
they're
make
mad.
him 100.
Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes is
Put him behind
101.
Deshaun
He doesn't
Watson.
make the list. I mean,
who's
listen.
your Mr. Irrelevant now?
What Tyreek Hill does at his position is never before seen, and I agree with every argument you can make that what Tyreek Hill is doing and has done throughout his career is just otherworldly. I agree completely.
Unless he's
He's
guarding
not
a
better.
12-year-old girl.
He's not better, and he's not more important than 15. Period. There's nothing else
No way.
to say.
Timmy,
No
what are your
ch-
thoughts on that?
I don't know. It's so hard. First of all, Lamar Jackson is the next fucking Dak Prescott. Great during the regular season. Can't win the goddamn big one. Can't win a playoff game.
Dak hasn't won an MVP, let alone 2.
Yeah. Oh, phenomenal regular season player. Phenomenal. Won't win a Super Bowl. Simple as that. I don't care who you throw back there. Derrick Henry, not going to win. So,
Right.
I don't know. I'm okay with the list, I guess. But, yeah, Patrick Mahomes should be number 1. And
So,
it's
All right,
so
well,
hard.
okay, so
For me, it's hard with the position thing. It's hard to –
if Tyreek goes for 2,000 yards, is number 1 like? Are you okay with him being at 1, or you still no? It should still be Mahomes.
How about we answer that question? We answer your question with another question. If say this season has ended, this season is over, Tyreek Hill goes for 2,100 yards and 110 catches and 12 touchdowns. And starting next season, you have the first pick in a draft of starting an NFL franchise. Are you picking Patrick Mahomes number 1, or are you picking Tyreek Hill number 1? I rest my case. I rest my case. There's nothing else that needs to be said. It's the most important player in football by a mile. I don't even think it's close, honestly, especially now that Aaron Donald's gone.
It's the right call.
No, I agree.
Just real quick, loving this.
And that's
whole
coming
stuff.
from a Dolphins fan.
I know. I thought you'd be more supportive of Tyree getting that number 1.
I think I was the first person who sent in the chat, "This is fucking stupid."
You have listen. But when you are a logical fan of a team, you want to be one of the first people out to say that's bullshit, because you don't want any thoughts of them
Bias.
thinking that you're with the shits that this guy's going to be the number 1 player in football.
I love
The right
Tyreek.
thing, Anthony.
He's amazing.
I mean, how was Dolphins Twitter after?
Oh my! You think they won? We won the Super Bowl basically. Tyreek Hill's number 1 on NFL 100 list. We won the Super Bowl. Do we even need to play the season now? Tyreek Hill was number 1 on the NFL 100 list. It's the biggest moment in Dolphins history since '73. Come on.
Listen, this is not a surprise, but just wanted to get your reaction real quick on the whole Jerry Jones saying that the CeeDee Lamb thing's not a big deal, and CeeDee Lamb was it called reposting now? It's not retweeting.
He retweeted, no?
He reposted. It's not Twitter no more. It's X, so it's called reposting.
And then Micah liked it, right?
Who also hasn't been paid?
That's why.
Dude, he has to pay CeeDee Lamb, Micah.
What's going to happen there?
Dak
This is
Prescott
great.
this year.
This is so great. And
One
Dak
of them is
Prescott has
getting
said.
I
Was
agree
it Dak
with Tim.
Prescott?
I think only one's getting paid. I think the other 2 are gone. And I think Micah and Dak are the ones that are gone. I think CeeDee's the one that actually gets paid.
I think Dak is gone too, and I have a theory of where Dak is going to go, and I'm a little excited about it.
We talked about this actually on a show a couple of months back.
You believe the Dak Prescott fucking Bill Belichick rumor, do you?
Oh, 1,
I don't know that. I don't believe the Bill Belichick.
After watching Hard Knocks, absolutely.
Oh, I want to talk about Hard Knocks.
Absolutely.
Wait, but none of that matters, because if they're in a situation where they're signing Dak Prescott in the offseason, it's with a new front office and a new head coach. So whatever you saw in Hard Knocks is irrelevant at that point in time, unless you're just basing that off.
No, I'm just saying what I saw
of
watching Hard Knocks made me feel more like I would want this to happen, because that front office is laughable right now.
Why?
Why? Joe Shane doesn't know what he's doing.
The fuck you talking about? He had a phenomenal offseason.
Phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know signing Devin Singletary was a phenomenal pickup.
Out of all the running backs that were there, he picked one that would fit our fucking
You
offense.
keep Saquon.
Why? He didn't want to be there. He didn't want to be there.
Because he didn't feel like he wanted to be there.
They offered him a shitload of money for 2 years. He turned it down every year. He can go
because they decided to pay whack-ass Daniel Jones 2 years ago. That's why we're in this whole mess. Don't pay that bum.
That was a year ago. Not 2 years. A year ago.
I disagree with Melo on the part. I don't think they had any interest in bringing him back this offseason. That whole shit about...
And why? Because he turned them down consistently the year before. They offered him contract after contract after contract, and he said no. So fuck him. I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, he probably should have taken the reported. I want to say it was 4 by 12.5 from last year. I think it was 4 by 12.5.
It was the last one that was
It was 450. It was 450. 4 12.5 was supposedly the last deal they offered him last season. It doesn't seem, even from watching Hard Knocks, it doesn't seem like they actually ever made him an official contract offer this offseason. But as I said, after watching Hard Knocks, I don't think that Joe Shane had any intention of re-signing him. I think he played along with the gimmick to make sure ownership was okay with the way he handled it. But I don't think there was ever an intention. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to paying running backs, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. The things I did have we're going to get into Hard Knocks now. And I know Steve didn't want to do this, but we're going to get into Hard Knocks now. The things I have a real problem with, how the fuck are you $20 million off on your cap projections? No team is $20 million off on a cap projection. That's mismanagement. That argument I will hear. As far as the players they signed and the way that they utilize the money, or the way. I don't have any problems with any of that. I thought they did a great job with the resources that they had available to them. However, the prices that he threw out on some of those players, as he was naming off players, like in some of those segments, I don't know that he has a real idea of what the market is. And those were the things that I thought were concerning. The letting Saquon go, I don't really have a problem with that. Saquon, you're not competing right now. You shouldn't be paying a 27-year-old running back with a long injury history $12, $13 million a year. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Does it suck to lose a player like Saquon? Of course it does. But he's a running back. You'll find another one. Like it's not as heartbreaking as it sounds. And I know that's hard to hear for Giants fans, but it's the truth.
It's a little heartbreaking when your offense essentially ran from him, because you can't tell me that last year all those wins that we got were just because of miracles.
Those are the arguments you can put on Joe Shane's back, is why up until now has he not done a better job of putting weapons on this team. That argument I will hear. The not paying Saquon one, I have no, it's the right thing to do. With the situation they're in, it's the right thing to do. Does it hurt that he's gone? Of course it does. He was a huge part of their offense. But you don't pay a running back at that age that much money over that amount of time when you're not competing. It doesn't make any sense. It's wasted money. It's wasted resources. Makes no sense.
Align said GM did a lousy job. I mean, they made the offer. Barkley
Several
didn't take the
offers
offer.
2 years ago. Several offers. High-paying offers, and he turned every one of them down. So you know what? Go fuck yourself. Go to Philly. I hope you blow your fucking knees out. Bullshit. They offered him 2 years ago. They gave him the keys to the kingdom. He's turned it down every time. So you know what? He never intended on coming back. Never intended. And Joe Shea knew he wasn't coming back. So why are you going to waste the money on that fucking
That's why I said go test the
degenerate
market.
fucking scumbag like that? Fuck him and his one earring. Hope you fucking die this year. Fucking asshole.
Die.
Hope he fucking dies. I hope he fucking dies on the field. A Giant stayed right in fucking 50-yard line. Fuck him.
I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's just going to go on enjoying his
fucking traitor. Yeah, he's a fucking ingrate. He's an ingrate.
And just for comparison's sake, on the contract he got compared to the rumored contract that they offered him last year, which by all accounts sounds like it was a genuine report. Like it sounds like that was a real offer. He signed, what was it, 3 years, right? 3 years? 3 years? The fuck is it? Right there. It's a 3-year deal at a 12.58 average. So it's basically the same deal with one less year. Technically speaking, if you count in the franchise tag from last year, it's basically the exact same deal. Basically.
What was that? 12.1, right?
Yeah, it's almost the same thing. So I would tend to agree with. I don't hope Saquon dies or anything like that, but I do tend to agree with Tim that it does seem to me like he wasn't super interested in coming back unless they were going to throw an insane amount of money.
Yeah, he wanted 15 and 16. He wants CMC money. You ain't getting CMC money. It's not going to happen. You're not that good. So you know what?
I think when he's healthy, he's
not as good as CMC.
But he's not healthy.
No, he's not.
It doesn't matter.
No, he's not. He's not as healthy, and CMC is not even that healthy. It's a running back. It's the position. He's 27
That's
years
because
old.
Anthony's boy over there uses him for anything and everything.
They're going to burn him out. I can't believe they gave him another contract, by the way. That was insane to me. I said that in the chat as well. Like, what the fuck are they doing? Why are they handing him money they have to pay Brandon Ayuk? And now look at the situation they're in. No one saw that coming.
Not at all.
To answer Line's question, no, I would not trade for a quarterback. I would give Daniel Jones the rest of this year to beat Daniel Jones, get a nice draft pick next year, and so long to that mistake that they made a couple years ago.
Well, I don't care about that either. Whatever. If he fails this year, it's a failure. That's it. You move on. But I do intend, again, it's not me defending him, but I do agree with what the GM and the owners said. They ruined him. They ruined him by not getting him weapons, not giving him protection. We don't know what this kid could have been. We have no clue what Daniel Jones could have been behind a fucking real team. And they weren't a real team for all that time. So
I know this one's long.
If he plays good this year, great. If you don't,
she said.
you got to go.
I know this one's long, but this is actually something I thought was interesting from the show as well. It did seem like Joe Shane wanted to trade up to get a Jaden Daniels or a Drake May. And it seemed like the main people that did not want to trade up was Brian Daboll. Because Brian Daboll at first sounded like he was interested, and then Brian Daboll backtracked real hard. Started, look at all these QB busts over the last few years. Maybe if this year's like 2020, then maybe then it would be worth it. But I don't think so. Nah.
The guy
if you have a chance to get a quarterback,
well, fucking, he's talking to quarterbacks. That guy.
Yeah, I thought Daboll was pretty rough in that.
The guy who's more interested in, I can run a 40 in 8 seconds.
Yeah,
That's just what's caught on camera. Jesus, dude, you're really nitpicking now. Like,
I'm not nitpicking. It's what was shown.
Okay.
I just named you 2 events that were shown throughout the whole thing. He didn't just kick up his feet.
And you got 4 months that are not shown. You got 2 instances. Who cares? I would put up my feet. That's super nitpicky.
I think that the feet thing is nitpicking. I'm more interested in the things that were said and the actions that were taken. That's why I bring up. Like I said, at first it seemed like Daboll was going to be like, yeah, let's go get a quarterback. And then as soon as it got serious, Daboll backtracked. Actually, let's get a weapon.
And
let's not do that.
And New England backed out.
Right. They said, no, we're good.
Yeah,
they called. Shane called again, and they were like, no, we're good. And he said, let us know if anything changes.
Yeah, I think that's still a situation where if I could be wrong. I don't think that they made like a final like, hey, we think this is going to be enough to get this deal done kind of offer. And I think that after a while, New England just said, fuck it, we're just going to keep the pick. I could be wrong in that, but that's just my opinion. But either way, they weren't unified on the decision anyway. And I think once that happened, it was never going to happen regardless. So as soon as Daboll was no longer in on it, Shane kind of was stuck in the middle of like ownership is somewhat interested in it, but not sure. I'm kind of on the fence about it, but my head coach doesn't want it. So,
but he still made that final call.
Of course, but see, all the calls they didn't show, and he did talk about though, is that he had trades lined up with everybody from pick. What did he say?
From pick even going backwards,
12 or something like that. Yep. He had trades lined up with everybody. So yes, we saw that last call he made didn't go the way he wanted, but there was also a lot of calls we didn't see. So I don't know. Like,
so the guy had 5, 6, 7 trades lined up. Yet he was very ill prepared.
Yeah, he had the Jets, the Colts.
He wasn't moving down.
You didn't want to go that far back.
You didn't want to go down to 15.
I don't think the Colts offer was that good anyway.
This is why the Giants don't want to do hard knocks. This is why they don't want to do hard knocks. This is exactly the reason why they don't want to do it.
I mean, honestly, they should have picked the preseason hard knocks over this. I think the offseason one was a lot tougher. Because you could criticize the front office a lot worse than how you play on a preseason game.
I'll agree with Daboll coming off a little douchey. Like, he came off a little...
Daboll is a douche, though. That's
he
is a douche.
He came off like I'm the greatest player. He came off as like I'm the greatest coach in the world type attitude. It's like, dude, you haven't done shit yet, so calm your nerves. But I don't think the rest of it was everyone criticized. I don't think it was a bad deal.
But what are you supposed to do as a head coach, somebody high or somebody looking to bring in talent? What are you supposed to say? All right, I'm a middling head coach. I don't know really what I'm doing.
He carries himself how I expected him to carry himself. You know, like
don't you want that?
He was a bit of a.
I kind of want that a little bit, especially for New York. You want
in these kind of professions to be successful, you've got to have a bit of arrogance to you. I just think that's just the way it is. You have to. You have to have that mindset of like, yeah, I'm amazing at what I do. Because if you don't have that mindset, I just think everything kind of is downhill from there. So I don't. It's going to be an interesting season for you guys. It's going to be really interesting. The Dak thing, I think, is very fascinating. I would not be as crazy about it if it's tied to Bill Belichick, but that's just me because.
All right, let's get into our
personnel decisions.
Wasted so much time on Dak Prescott.
We haven't even talked about Dak.
It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
Steve, which 2 Cowboys do you think are not back? You never answered. We all.
I agree. I agree.
Lamb
sticks around. Lamb sticks around.
So did all 4 of us say the same thing there? Lamb gets paid. The other 2 are gone.
No, I think Micah gets paid.
I don't think Micah gets paid. There's a lot of rumors that him and the front office don't really like each other. So
That's who I would pay if I'm paying him first.
Like CD Lamb's thing, so it's going to reverse on him.
I hope he goes to the AFC. Please don't Micah Parsons go to the AFC. Go far away in the AFC, please.
Assuming they trade him next year, I don't see a chance that they would trade him to the NFC. So,
better not.
Just because Drew Lock got hurt. If not, then it'd be a toss-up.
All right, this isn't We Stomped You Out, I get it, but can I just say, and I hate to say it,
do it.
Anthony DeVito actually looked pretty good in the first season game. And it's the first time.
Baby.
It is the
Finally
first
got
time
some OTAs.
he looked like an actual NFL quarterback. And he didn't play phenomenal, but he was calm. He seemed like he
I thought you were one of the logical ones, Tim.
No, believe me, I don't think he's an NFL quarterback still, but he was at least calm. He looked around the field a little bit. He wasn't so anxious. I was like, please don't tell me this guy's going to be starting week one.
Put him in a Pee Wee League game. He'll look even more confident.
Why are you hating on Tommy Cutlets?
Because
he's going to be a backup for a long time in the NFL.
Why? Jeremy Lin did well.
Oh, and Tommy Cutlets didn't?
Tommy Cutlets overcharged for an appearance because he played in 7 games.
So we're not looking at just on the field stuff. We're looking at
but bring up his stats.
It wasn't
bring up his stats. Bring up his stats.
It wasn't.
I got him up. What do you want to know?
What did he do? Who got the wins? Doesn't matter.
He started 6 games. He was 3-3.
Oh, wait a second.
3-3. No OTA.
Wait, DeVito's the quarterback. It's on him. But other quarterbacks, it's a team game. I got it. Okay, go ahead.
Listen, there was a game where we punted on,
How many
on second down because we just said no. we are at the bottom of the barrel right now. We have to climb out somehow. We cannot fight amongst each other. Let's stop.
Are you talking to Dave that we can't fight amongst each other?
Cutlets started 6 games. He was 3-3. He threw for 1,101 yards, 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Rushing stats. Man.
That's 31 against the Lakers 38 against the Lakers on a Madison Square Garden night. That's the same.
Hey, he won on a Monday night, came back and beat the Packers.
That's the same as casually walking up a 3-point spot against the Raptors.
I'm not going to lie, Steve. I think I would agree with Melo that him beating the Packers on Monday night is basically the same thing as beating the Lakers.
Beating Kobe
Packers
Bryant.
were good. Packers were actually good last year. He beat Jordan Love.
Kobe Bryant. That's Jordan Love, Kobe Bryant.
We're not getting into Kobe Bryant. That's another hot
They're
topic.
on par.
Get started on this show. Listen, we got to pick up the pace here because we're never going to make it to the D23 hour. All right. So
listen. We are an hour and 22 minutes in. At 2 hours, you lose one of these guys on this screen.
I mean, I think we're doing a good job right now on timing. We've talked a lot.
Yes, we are. Let's get into our quarterback rankings here.
Okay. By the way, I didn't read.
This will take 3 hours.
I didn't read correctly, so my list might be a little fugazi, but I'm going to try to go as we go along. I didn't know it was just based on this upcoming season. Yeah, because Anthony's like this just based on this upcoming season. That's a big difference than what I have. So
we have to buy a couple minutes while Melo does his hair and makeup real quick.
No, but I don't know. I can't.
Tim, did you at least get to 31 quarterbacks, or are you still at 28? Damn it, Melo, we keep messing things up.
I got you.
Don't mess with the OCD.
Does everyone have 31 quarterbacks on the list? That's my only question.
I got 32.
But that's because you added the Raiders and Broncos, but no one cares about.
Correct.
You added Raiders and Broncos and removed
Justin Fields because he's not starting.
Just for that,
he is starting right now. He's
not starting come week 1.
Tim's got 18 quarterbacks on his list.
I have 28. I don't know what I'm missing. Where am I going wrong? But I only have 28. Well, minus the 2 you said, so that's 30. So I'm missing 1. 1, 2.
Did you leave both Steelers off?
We have 30 in total.
No, I got Russell Wilson.
What about Fields?
I'll just start. Do you have Fields as well?
I have to add Justin Fields also. We're not
on the list I sent.
On the list
I sent, there was 31 names. I sent a list that had 31 names on it.
I don't know what I'm doing. Remember, I did I only did the top 15, and then you said we're doing all of them. I had to do all of them right before the show started.
Okay,
I'm
so
not gonna lie, I was making adjustments up until we went on. The
Yeah,
so.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
so do you guys want to cover all of them, or you want to cover a certain amount and then release the full list?
I say we probably just like speed through like 31 through 16, and
Yeah,
then the
I
top
gotta fix my
15 is
list.
the ones that we should be discussing. So like
Okay.
for each of us, we could just go round table. Each of us take a turn. We just start from 31 and go up to 16. We list our guys.
Wait,
I'll try my best to keep.
Timmy's got 28, so his
Yeah,
28.
I can't go backwards. I gotta go forwards.
Well, what we'll do is we'll let Tim go last. And there's a good
No.
chance.
Okay, wait, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a good
No, yeah,
chance
you're
that he'll
right.
hear teams that he's missing, and he can on the
But I
fly.
checked-
as the rest of us
But
will
I
do.
checked your list. I don't know what I'm missing.
You didn't check it twice, is
Well-
what happened.
I'm missing Justin Fields. I know that for sure. So you want both Steelers on there, right? You want both of them on
Yeah,
there. All
they
right.
were both
That-
on the list.
So that's the one I'm missing then.
In reverse alphabetical order.
Melo, just please take the Broncos and Raiders off your list and just put Justin Fields as 31 if you don't like him that much.
He's
That's
not
fine.
gonna be starting.
No, but
He's more relevant than fucking Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. So put him
Then I
on the
could
list.
put Tommy Cutlets on this list too. Then
Stop.
what?
Stop. No third string quarterbacks allowed. Get out of here.
he's the
He's
seventh
number
stringer.
2 right now.
He's the third string quarterback. But yeah, and Russell's number 2 also. So stop it.
Drew Lock got hurt.
Yeah, and Russell's hurt, so he's not starting. So why is he on your list?
He's gonna start.
Stop.
Okay, so 31.
Who wants to go first between Melo, Steve, and myself?
31 or 32?
Boss, start us off.
Why don't we go? Why don't we go top to top? Why are we going backwards?
Because you
then
lead
we
to
can,
the
then
best.
we can talk. Then we can talk
Well, we
about our
know
top
who number
15 as we
1
go
is
over.
already.
You don't know.
But when you make a list, you don't start backwards. You start. I did the top
It's a
15.
countdown.
But I did
NFL
top 15.
NFL top 100. They started at 100, worked their way to 1.
No, I bet when they made the list, they didn't. They started at 1 and
They're
they went
not
all the way down to 100.
All right,
Well,
listen.
we
My
might not.
31, and you're tracking this, right? 'Cause you're
I'm
best.
gonna try my best to keep up.
All right, my 31 is Bryce Young.
Go, you keep going. Rattle them off.
I'm just going from 31 down to
Yeah,
16,
go 31
right?
to 16. Yeah.
All right, bam. All right, 31 is Bryce Young. 30, Will Levis. 29, JJ McCarthy. You think? Just let me know if I'm going too quick.
You're good.
All right, 28, Drake May. 27, Daniel Jones. 26, Jaden Daniels. 25, Russell Wilson. 24, Justin Fields. 23, Derek Carr. 22, Anthony Richardson.
Holy shit, Steve. We have a lot of similarities.
Yes. 21, Geno Smith. 20, Caleb Williams. 19, Deshaun Watson. 18, Baker Mayfield. Yes. What? Melo's got him in the top 6. Where am I? Baker Mayfield, 18. 17, Kyler Murray. And 16, Trevor Lawrence.
I have every one of those guys. So I don't know who I'm missing.
Wait, so who that?
I have every
Are you
one of those
serious?
guys.
Missing the best of the best.
I don't know who I'm missing now. I got every
Tim,
one of those
Tim
guys.
does
on my
not
list.
have Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow on his list.
Yes.
No, they're at the
No,
top.
Burrow he's got.
They belong.
It's great.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what Tim's missing.
All right, go
Got
ahead,
them all.
Melo. Go ahead, Melo. I can't wait for this list. And please don't give me any Raiders or Broncos stuff. I don't want to hear it.
32 is the Raiders quarterback. 31 is the Broncos quarterback. Whoever they decide to try it out there.
So
Number
Justin
30.
Fields is Melo's 31. Got it.
No. 30 is Bryce Young. 29, half a cent Jones. 28, Jacoby Brissett. 27, Caleb Williams. 26, Jaden Daniels. 25,
Jacoby Brissett.
JJ McCarthy. 24, Derek Carr.
Slow down just a little bit.
Sorry.
That's
What
who I'm
was the
missing.
last thing you heard?
Who?
Jacoby Brissett.
That's because he wasn't on the list. Drake
Yeah,
May's on the list. We didn't put Jacoby Brissett on the list
Because
I'm not missing.
Jacoby's starting.
because he's not playing more than 6 games. That's why he's not on the list. No one cares.
This is the beginning of the season. You don't know.
He's still not playing 6 games.
We don't know that.
It's the same reason Sam Darnold's not on the fucking list.
I forgot.
Exactly.
Sam
That
Darnold-
face told me everything I needed to know.
Watch Sam Darnold go off this year.
That'd be
Oh,
that'd be
300
hilarious.
yards,
What number
35
you at?
touchdowns. Justin Jefferson's got
You
19.
gave me Derek Carr at 24 was your last one.
All right, 23, Steve's cousin Kirk.
Wow.
Wow.
22, Anthony Richardson. 21, Will Levis. 20, Geno Smith. 19, Deshaun Watson. 18, Kyler Murray. 17, Russell Wilson. And 16, Trevor Lawrence.
So a
Why-
lot of
I haven't heard
similarities.
Baker Mayfield's name yet.
A lot of similarities.
Yeah,
in
because
the
he was
list so
great
far.
last year and won a playoff game.
He had the
All
best
right, I'm
season
gonna-
of his career in year 17.
It was not his best year. Come on.
That was.
All right, I'm going next, starting at 31. 31, which technically we all had the same 31, I guess you could say, although Melo had him at 30. Bryce Young, 31.
The consensus
have-
so far.
I have Drake May at 30, Justin Fields at 29, Russell Wilson at 28, Baker Mayfield at 27, JJ McCarthy at 26, Daniel Jones at 25, Deshaun Watson at 24, Derek Carr at 23, Anthony Richardson at 22, Will Levis at 21, Jaden Daniels at 20, Melo's all-time favorite quarterback, Brock Purdy, at 19, Geno
Ooh.
Smith at 18, Kirk Cousins at 17, and now for the fatality, Aaron Rodgers at 16.
Oh my God. All right, so we know whose list is very, very wrong.
You heard Melo up
Clearly,
and down
you didn't
now.
follow the criteria. So
Again, I have
Oh.
everyone that you people have said, so I don't know where I'm missing anybody. I have no fucking clue.
Someone in
just
the
start at the
17.
bottom. Just start at the bottom and work your way up, and I'll
I have
figure it out.
No
once we
clue.
do
who
that.
I'm missing. By the way, my autocorrect is fantastic because I have guys like, where was it? Oh, I have like Tua Tongue on here. Tua Tongue, it just says Tua Tongue.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Brock Purdue, I have on here. And Will Levi's, of course. Will Levi's is my.
Hey,
is
Will
my
Levi's.
Well,
This
that's
is my
spelled the
favorite.
same, so it's okay.
Yeah.
well,
I just
Bryce
want to point out. I just want to point out that all three of us that have gone so far all have Anthony Richardson at 22.
I think he
I
has the
just
most
thought that
upset.
was fun. I'm really nervous with him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really nervous with him.
He
I
has good
started
upset
out
if
with
he's
him.
healthy.
I actually started out with him lower and moved him up a little bit.
How do you guys have Kirk Cousins so high after an Achilles? Going to that team that
Where's-
just drafted a
Timeout.
quarterback.
Time out. Where's Aaron Rodgers on your list? Stop. That's it. We don't.
We're
no other
comparing.
argument needed.
We're gonna compare Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins. Come on now, they're not the same.
They're
quarterback.
both. You're right. You're
They're
right.
not
Aaron
the
Rodgers
same
is
quarterback.
five years older than him.
He's better regardless. I take
Plays
10
on a
years.
worse team.
They're getting better.
Exactly. Stop. It's homerism to the max. There's nothing else to say.
Getting
I'm
better.
not a Jets fan.
You might as well be.
Are you though?
Tim, just start at the bottom of your list
Are you?
and work your way. Just
All right.
just stop whenever you get to your top 15. Stop at number. Don't give me 15.
Wait,
Yeah.
hang on, let me see something.
Go to 16.
I don't know where
Yeah,
that
just
is.
give me.
I have no numbers either. I wasn't prepared. I was not prepared.
Look right now. Count down to 15, and whoever that name is, don't give me
That's
that.
a
Name.
cutoff.
Okay, I think I got it.
All right.
I believe I have it. Poor Bryce Young is at the bottom of the barrel for everybody.
There it is. Clean sweep.
I got Jaden Daniels next, and I'll explain why I have him at the bottom if you want. Not yet. Drake May.
We can finish your list, and then we'll go over them.
Yeah, Drake May, Deshaun Watson, Derek Carr, Justin Fields, and Russell Wilson back to back. Geno Smith, Mr. Will Levis, Anthony Richardson,
We all have Anthony Richardson.
That's 22?
in the same spot.
Nice.
Kyler Murray. this is a big wish and a hope, and I'm hoping on a prayer. Daniel Jones, Brock Purdue. The first appearance of Caleb Williams so far, I got him next. Tua Tagovailoa and Trevor Lawrence. That should be it, right? I should be maxed up there.
So I don't know how you counted 28 because that's the same amount of quarterbacks that we all have right now.
All right. Well, I don't know where I messed up, but that's what I got so far.
Where'd you have JJ McCarthy?
We'll figure it out.
Where do I have JJ McCarthy?
Because I didn't hear his name.
Oh, that's who I'm missing. Good for you. That's good for you, man.
Okay, so who's coming into your top 15 then? Trevor Lawrence, I assume. And where's JJ going?
No, because remember he's missing guys. He has 28, so he starts 2 spots to fill.
He doesn't have 28. If he stopped with 15 left, I have the same amount of quarterbacks that the rest of us gave.
But I'm saying if he started at 28, not 30, then isn't he missing?
Listen. Steve and you and myself have all named 16 quarterbacks. The list of quarterbacks that Tim just gave me is 16 quarterbacks.
Okay, so someone has to go up. You're right.
We should be okay.
Yeah.
So JJ, I have to put JJ McCarthy somewhere then. He's the guy.
Yeah,
I'm missing,
just tell me where you want to put him, and I'll move it around.
And what about Caleb? He named Caleb?
I named Caleb already.
He named Caleb.
You know what? You can swap Trevor Lawrence for JJ McCarthy. He's gonna have a rough year, JJ McCarthy. I mean, he's gonna have a good year, I think.
16.
Yeah,
16.
Yeah, swap him out. I like him better.
Right.
At least he has weapons. Can he throw to him? I don't know, but we'll see.
You're right.
All right. So, does anyone want to talk about any of the names that we have already named? I know Melo has some questions for my list. I'd love to hear them.
I mean, the one that stood out the most to me, not with yours, because I would have to hear yours again, but just the Giants fans above me, the bias of Daniel Jones being anything above 27 is mind-boggling.
I have him at 27.
Should be 28, 29.
You just said anything less than 27 is mind-boggling. I said it's 27, and then you say
you
should be 28 or 29.
ranked there, yeah.
What?
I have him at 25, and honestly, I went back and forth on a lot of things with him. I had him a little bit higher. I had him a little bit lower. 25 felt like the right spot after moving.
Like if it wasn't that Bryce Young plays for the Carolina Panthers, I would have him above Daniel Jones.
Well, that's just pure hate.
That's not pure hate. It's pure he's garbage.
It's pure hate.
He's a garbage quarterback.
If Daniel Jones was on the Bears, you wouldn't hate him as much.
That's not true.
Pretty sure it's true.
No.
Same stats and everything. And where did you have Trevor Lawrence? Because same stats.
Okay, this is the biggest.
Okay.
You and him have Trevor Lawrence in the same spot. You guys both have him at 16. Tim has him at 15
not the same
technically
quarterback
now. And I haven't announced my Trevor Lawrence ranking yet,
Same
so he's
stats.
in my top 15 as well.
Stats the same, Melo. That's what matters.
Yeah,
right?
because his rookie year he had no one on that team.
Who did Daniel Jones
Trevor
have?
Lawrence.
Daniel Jones has nobody for 4 years.
Who has Daniel
Nobody.
Jones ever had?
Nobody.
Who has he ever had?
They
on
paid
the line?
They paid a wide receiver so much money because they thought he was the next coming of
Well,
Odell
that has
Beckham.
nothing to do with Daniel Jones.
Of course it does.
What does
They
it have
got
to do
him
with Daniel Jones?
weapons, but the weapons were fucking.
What receiver
terrible.
did they think was the
Who?
next Odell Beckham? Wait, timeout. Who?
Kenny Galladay. They overpaid Kenny Galladay.
Stop.
Why is that?
Not even the
why
same
is
type
They
of
got him
receiver.
Darren Waller. They got him. They did so much for Daniel Jones.
What did
What
Darren
is
Waller
that-
play?
what?
Like 8 games
What did
over 2
Darren Waller
years?
do last year besides drop a touchdown in the end zone to lose the game to Buffalo?
Hey,
What else? What did he
he
do?
didn't drop that.
But
That was a pass interference.
okay, but Daniel Jones has obviously taken over as the GM. He signed Galladay to that deal. He brought in Darren Waller. What else has Daniel Jones done to disgrace this team?
Just to point out, Galladay was before Joe Shane. Just saying.
Oh, obviously, yeah, I know that.
I was just pointing that out.
Galladay was Daniel Jones's fault.
Nick, gotta get the poor
All
man
right.
the ball.
What?
Galladay played. I'm not even. I think there's a
couldn't
reason
run.
Kenny Galladay hasn't played since he left New York.
He couldn't run. All right. Okay. So we want to talk about some of these guys here.
Yeah, if you want to just point out like a couple of names from your list that were already named that you think were, or you want to give reasoning behind why you put them there or anything like that.
Well, what do you guys have, Jaden Daniels? You have him a lot higher than me.
I have 26.
I have him at 20. Tim, you had him at 30. Steve had him at 26. Melo had him at 26. So I'm the highest on him. I had him at 20.
Only reason I picked him low is because I think the 3 defenses he's gonna have to go against twice is gonna be a fucking learning curve for that kid. That's the only reason I picked him that low.
So wait, Anthony? What was your highest rated rookie?
Caleb, who I haven't mentioned yet.
Oh shit! Caleb made your top 15. Damn.
He did.
Okay. What was Steve's?
Also.
Steve's highest rated rookie is Caleb at 20.
20.
And Timmy's?
Caleb at
JJ at 16.
Okay.
Tim, do you really want JJ at 16?
No, swap them. Swap him and Caleb at least.
Okay.
Told you I'm all confused with my list.
So I have JJ as my highest rookie.
You have him at 25.
That's what I'm saying. I have JJ, Jaden, and then Caleb. And I think honestly, any of them could be kind of interchangeable.
Oh my God, Bears fans are.
They all have weapons, and if
Loving
those
that.
guys
I
can
think
figure out the
one
system,
preseason
I think they'll be good. Like I
think all 3 of them look really good in their first preseason games too. All 3 of them. I think Bo Nix looked actually really good in this preseason game. Also, we didn't even
Michael Penix looked good.
We gotta draw a line somewhere. Somewhere. I know
He looked
been looking good.
If I'm Kirk Cousins, I am Kirk Cousins, I am like I can't
scared?
get hurt because I will not get off the bench if I get hurt again.
His contract says otherwise. Even if he gets hurt, he's coming back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You get
Because
paid.
we don't have Matt Flynn contracts out there that he didn't start a game.
Who?
Matt Flynn, exactly.
Matt Flynn was paid like a top, like he was paid like the 20th highest quarterback. Kirk Cousins is like the 2nd highest quarterback or 3rd, or maybe he's a little lower than that, but he's in the top like 7 or 8.
Okay,
he's in the top 10. That's a horrible comparison.
If he gets hurt, I'm sorry. I'm as a coach, he gets hurt. I'm like, okay, this guy's done. Why the hell else would you pick Michael Penix at 8?
I don't know why I have to waste time. I don't know why I have to waste time doing this. Give me 1 second, so I can just laugh at you.
They're afraid Kirk Cousins is done, and that's okay.
Well, okay, so then they're a worse run organization than the Giants. Then you sign a guy to a 4-year deal, then draft the quarterback because you think the quarterback you just signed to a 4-year contract is done.
You also lose a pick because you were tampering with that quarterback.
Which makes it worse.
Well,
I'm not arguing.
That's another.
I'm not arguing you there at all. But the Falcons being crap. I'm just saying that Cousins gets hurt, Penix comes up. He didn't look bad.
If the Falcons play this season out and cut Kirk Cousins, they will be left with $40 million in dead cap and no cap savings.
Well, I'm not saying cut him. He can be, a nice, little coach.
You're going to pay $40 million cap hit and what is that? Almost $100 million in real cash to your backup quarterback.
Hey.
Anyways, as I said,
Michael
Penix.
He can play that Fitzpatrick role perfectly.
Listen, if his contract was a 3-year deal instead of a 4-year deal, I would say you might have a leg to stand on. Because it was a 4-year deal, until like midway through next season, Kirk Cousins, no matter what happens, is going to be the starter. Maybe midway through next season, if shit's getting bad, then we'll see something change. But because of that contract, he's going to have at least through halfway of next season. And I would bet money on that.
Let's see. Again, I just said if he gets hurt.
Yeah, he'll get hurt, he'll get healed up, and he'll come back and start. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think so. Not if Penix plays well.
I don't think it matters. Not this year, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only names I wanted to. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say anybody else. Anybody wants to toss out there?
No, I have Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins ranked back to back, 16 and 17, because of the aforementioned Achilles tears. I don't really think there's much else to say. Kirk Cousins is 36. Aaron Rodgers is 41. I'm not particularly thrilled with either of them coming back and being 100% this year, but if I'm going to bet on one of them, I'm going to bet on the one with a much better offensive line that I don't have as much concern over, and a coaching staff that I know will at least try to protect him. He'll be 41 this season. It's the same thing.
It's at the end of the season.
I do think it's funny that even aside from Melo, even with all the Russell Wilson and Justin Fields talk, I think everyone but Melo had them back to back. Is that right? Yes.
I would
Steve is the only one that
had a good season last year. Again, I don't understand that.
I will say that I did look at it. I looked up some stuff from him last year, and his numbers were better than I thought they were. But I also remember watching a lot of those games and remember watching that offense not be able to do anything. So I'm a little torn on that.
I think we were all blown away by that 70-point win by the Dolphins, and didn't realize that they made a jump.
Last 2 years. Yeah, I mean that's basically what I was saying. Same thing I just said.
Sense.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, so I have them back to back. I think it's interesting. We literally all had Anthony Richardson 22.
That's hilarious.
It feels weird to say that this is a make or break time for Anthony Richardson because we've only seen him play in like 4 games. But it really feels like if things start off really bad for him in Indianapolis, that like we could see the end of the line for him a lot sooner.
Physically
than
speaking,
I think any of us thought.
Yeah.
I'm very nervous about him. Like I said, I had him ranked a little bit higher. I had him ranked a little bit lower. 22 is where I settled. I ranked Drake May 30th because essentially all the reports out of camp are that he doesn't look great and he's not starting right now. And of the rookie quarterbacks, he by far is in the worst situation in terms of his rookie season. Their offensive line isn't great. Their weapons are terrible. And they have a defensive-minded coaching staff. So not crazy about that for him. So, and then I like what I've seen out of the rookies. Will Levis, me and Melo were both the highest on Levis. We both had him at 21.
I was the lowest.
Steve was the lowest. He had him at 30. The only reason I brought up Will Levis, I think it's interesting that there's going to be a lot of talk this season about Will Levis versus Anthony Richardson because they're in the same division, and I think that's very, very a fascinating conversation. So,
I didn't have the love for Will Levis. I wasn't on the Will Levis show. I never acclimated to that Will Levis love.
Still hating on him since last.
Not hating on him, but
still hating.
Steve and Melo both had Deshaun at 19. I had him at 24. Tim had him at 28. And he hasn't looked any sort of good since he left Houston. At all. At all.
So there's guaranteed money weighing him down.
He's got plenty of weapons, that's for sure, in Cleveland. So if he's bad this year, then they're gonna have to start looking at how to move on. Which they can't do for like 2 years.
Never got rid of Baker.
Oh my God.
We've had this conversation, and I think I agreed with you. I'm not a Baker fan at all, but I do agree with you on that.
I mean, it's tough to say otherwise. It's Deshaun Watson. It's that whole situation, the baggage, the money. So it probably take a lot of guys over him.
I'm probably a little low on Baker. I had him at 27. I probably am a little low there.
A little.
I mean, you have him top 15. That's absurd. So
that's not absurd.
Where did Timmy have it? I had him at 18.
He won the division, won a playoff game.
Tim has him. Tim, is Baker on your list?
Did they miss Baker Mayfield too?
Hope he's not top 15, Timmy.
Timmy, make him 15. Bring everyone else down.
No, he was Brock Purdue. Well, no, that's Brock Purdy. I'm missing Baker Mayfield also then.
He's easily forgettable.
Yeah, so 15, and then just move everyone else down. Right?
No.
Come on, Timmy. You know you want it.
Don't force Timmy into making a decision.
But the only problem is then I have like 18 quarterbacks from Timmy and only like 16 from the rest of us.
So pick your next two then. Pick your next two real quick.
We'll advance. We'll start off with a couple of our picks.
Yeah, I don't see Baker there.
No, I am. I'm missing him too.
Oh man.
Throw him in at 31.
He has a 31, Bryce Young.
Where do I want to put Baker Mayfield?
From Trevor Lawrence up, Tim, how many names do you have left on your list? That's probably the best
4,
question.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay, so Baker will be 14.
So you're one shy. So your list is right. You're just missing Baker. So you let me know where you want me to slide him, and I'll push everyone up.
No, 15.
Well, yeah, you guys do your next two then, so we're all even, and then I'll give you my Baker.
Okay, so we'll do 15 and 14 then. Whoever wants to start.
Let's do 15 through 11, no? And then we'll leave the top 10.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do 15 through 11.
Okay.
Whoever wants to start.
I'll go.
Same order?
Melo, you go.
Number 15, I have Mr. Baker Mayfield. 14, I have Jordan Love. 13, I have Jared Goff. 12, I have Tua. 11, I have the GOAT, Aaron Rodgers.
Me?
All right. I go ahead.
All right. I got at 15. I got Kirk Cousins. At 14, say his name correctly, Melo. Jared Goff. Now, if you want to talk about a guy who brought a team back from irrelevance,
You can't tell him to say his name correctly, and you have him lower than Melo does.
but he called him Goof.
I'm just saying. I just thought that was funny. Go ahead. 13.
13, Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
12, Dak Prescott. 11, Aaron Rodgers.
All right. I will go next, and then Timmy can go.
No, don't do that.
15.
No, Melo.
15. I had Caleb at 15. 14, I have Trevor Lawrence. 13, Dak Prescott. 12, and I'm going to be the outlier here on this one, and I'm okay with it. I have Kyler Murray at 12. And at number 11, I have Matthew Stafford.
Still, Matt Stafford gets no love from you. Last year, you had him at
11.
18.
11. What?
You had him at 18, and then he came back.
I thought he was the guy. I didn't think he was going to play.
He wasn't
He was gonna die, yeah.
I
thought he was going to die on the field last year. I was really concerned about his spinal injuries. I'm still concerned. That's probably why he's at 11. If you told me he was 100% healthy and I have no concerns, maybe he's 10 or 9. But he's not.
I know he's best friends with Kershaw, but he's not built like him.
It kind of is. So, Tim, tell me where you want to put Baker first, and then I will tell you who your 15 and 14 are, and then you can start with 13, 12, and 11.
Put Baker between Kyler Murray and Anthony Richardson for me.
You got it?
Oh, you just ruined the whole Richardson. Now you have Richardson at 23. The rest
It's all right.
No.
It's time we're different.
No, because he put Baker ahead of Richardson. Richardson's still at
Oh, okay. I thought that pushed him down. My bad.
Okay, and so just to recap, Tim's 15 is the same as mine, Caleb Williams, and his 14 is also the same as mine, Trevor Lawrence. Number 13, Tim.
Kirk Cousins.
All right.
Jordan Love.
And 11.
Dak Prescott.
All right, stop there. So all we got left is the top 10.
I don't understand the love with Steve's cousin.
So Melo is the only one who hasn't named Dak yet.
Oof.
Yes, that is correct.
That is
And
correct.
That's
Tim
because
is
he wants to lure him to New Jersey, that dirty guy.
Tim is the only one who hasn't named Aaron Rodgers yet.
Smart man.
And I think, Steve is the only one who's named Jalen Hurts so far. Yeah. All right. Anyone want to talk about their 15 through 11? Or questions?
Where did everybody have Cousins? Were we that so far off, Melo? Where's Cousins for you?
23.
Oof.
Very off.
See, now I was basing this on total everything, not just based on this upcoming season. I might have put him lower based on the Achilles, but I didn't do my homework. I didn't read my homework correctly. So, but I'll stand where I am because he puts up fucking stats every year.
Hold on.
Again, if he doesn't get hurt last season, Cousins makes my top 13.
Here, we're going to make this easier on everybody. Hold on.
Where is it? Basing it off of the injury and everything, I'm like,
We're sharing.
There it is.
That's the only reason Cousins was lower. And the fact that he has Penix breathing down
That's
his
rough
neck.
to see.
Zoom in.
I can't.
Zoom.
Zoom. Of course you can.
But you can't see the names then.
Can you do it like expanding?
We can see the names.
It's in the full window on my screen.
No, we could. I could see it.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep zooming.
Oh, keep zooming.
Yeah. Keep it. We'll tell you when to stop.
I'll keep going more.
Keep going. Keep going.
Holy shit.
No, I think that's good.
I think you're good there. Yeah. Maybe you want to bold it, for the people with
Yeah, I'm blind as shit. So.
older eyes.
Well, here, I'll
Contact.
just leave it like that. You can see everyone's 15 through 11.
Yeah.
I blocked out my top 10 so you guys can't see them because obviously I have mine already on there.
Well done.
So
well
as
done.
to add to the suspense.
Dun, dun, dun.
Me and Melo agreed with Aaron Rodgers at 11.
He would have made 10, but again, I'm taking into account the Achilles, even though I know that my man.
He dropped one
through-
spot.
Kirk
and
Cousins
the other
is at
guy
27.
23.
Yeah, because again, they're two different quarterbacks. One's a GOAT, the other one's okay.
One's younger.
Where is he? I don't even remember where you put him.
23.
This is hilarious to me right here.
That's great.
Oh, look, and then
Anthony
me and
Richardson
Ant got
across
Will
the board.
Levis there. Again, Steve with the hate on Baker for some reason.
I'm not gonna lie. I as I keep looking at this, Baker's got to be higher. Because I'm not gonna lie, the one name I keep coming back to on Baker is Derek Carr, and I think I would rather have Baker Mayfield than Derek Carr.
1,000%.
That's my biggest one right now. I keep looking at that and I'm like, man, that doesn't feel right.
Where do I have Baker?
I have-
20?
22.
Up here.
Oh, 21. Oh, wait, no. Who's?
18.
This is Tim, Steve, Melo.
Oh, okay.
Adam at
So-
18, Melo. Ain't bad.
Could be better.
Could be. He should be better.
He is better.
Last
Yeah,
year.
27
He's got 2
is too
playoff
low for
wins.
Baker.
In how many seasons?
As many as Daniel Jones.
Really?
You know what? I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna just.
What are we doing here?
It's
Whoa,
bugging
whoa,
me.
whoa.
It's bugging me. It's bugging me. I'm sorry. I got this
All right,
bugging me.
that's fine.
It doesn't feel right to have him below Derek Carr, and I would definitely rather have him than Deshaun. I'd rather have him than DJ, and even though I like JJ and how he looks, he's a rookie, so I don't have a problem.
It's early.
It's early. I'm okay with that right there.
You'd rather have Daniel Jones over Russell Wilson. Come on.
Yes.
Come on. That's
Dude,
bananas.
I don't care. I don't care about the stats. Like, if you watch those games last year, they couldn't move the ball. Like, I understand he put up stats, but like, I don't
At
know
one
when
point, they
because
were
I watched a lot of
those
games.
They were a game away from the wild card at one point.
They were like 500.
Until Sean
They were-
Payton decided to pull him. How can you tell me that?
They were already done by then.
No, they weren't.
Okay, so do we need to go anywhere else, or are we just going up now?
Let's do
Go
top
up.
10.
Let's go up.
All right. So, how you want to go 10 to 6, and then we'll save the top 5?
Okay.
And who wants to start? You want me to do mine? I'll do them one by one.
Do it.
You already got him there.
All right, I'll do one by one so I can get my reveals out. All right,
Little
number
reveal.
10, Tua. And no, I don't feel great about it. But as I look at the names on the list and the stats he puts up, yeah, there it is. Tua's at 10.
Tua.
Wasn't a homer pick, we swear.
Trust me, it wasn't. Number 9. Excuse me. Oh, gosh, fuck. Number 9, Jordan Love. I'm a believer. He was, statistically speaking, one of like the 4 best quarterbacks in football over the last 12 weeks of last season and in the playoffs, and I'm bought in. Number 8.
Melo's
The
the only
goof.
one with Jordan Love outside the top 10.
No, Tim has him at 12.
12, my bad.
Melo's the only one with him outside the
Share
top
with the
12.
end.
How about that?
Nice.
Okay.
Jared Goff.
Whichever way makes me right.
Jared Goff at 8.
Of course, fellow
At 7, Justin Herbert. This was a name that I went really, really back and forth on a lot. I actually had him higher and lower again. This was one of those guys where I just really struggled to slot him. But based on the criteria of this year, this was as low as I could put him while still feeling comfortable with his name being Justin Herbert. And my number 6, Jalen Hurts. Still got a hell of a team around him, and I believe Kellen Moore will make things look a lot better there. So, whoever would like to go next with their 10 through 6, fire away.
More.
He's produced some very high-powered offenses in his career. So, like him or hate him, it's the facts are facts. So,
This ain't Boise no more.
he was good in Dallas. And he wasn't bad in LA until everyone died.
Who's going?
Who's next?
Tim, go for it. 10 to 6.
Okay, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers,
Aaron.
Mr. Jared Goff of the future world champion Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Where we live off? What number am I?
Seven, number 7.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts. Right, we're good there. And
one
then
more.
C.J. Stroud.
Stroud.
All right. Steve or Melo, fire away.
I'll go here. Go with number 10, matching up with Ant on this one. Going Tua at number 10. At number 9, I got Brock Purdy.
That's a little too high.
Number-
little too high, boss. A little too high.
Not at all.
Top 10. It keeps on going to that NFC Championship game. Number 8, I got Jordan Love.
J Love.
Number 7, Matthew Stafford. And at number 6, I got Jay Herbert.
All right, Melo.
All right, at 10. Kind of like what Ann was saying, I kind of went back and forth with this gentleman. I had him higher, and then I put him lower just based off of health a little bit and the losing weapons essentially. And I got Justin Herbert at 10.
That was probably the toughest name I had to rank, honestly.
Yeah. Number 9, I have the future quarterback of another team that's not Dallas. That is Dak Prescott.
This is the next trolling for the next year. Sorry.
Not trolling.
This is gonna be it.
Number 8, I have C.J. Stroud. 7, I
You are
got.
the lowest on Stroud, by the way.
It's okay. Hey, rookie year. Number 7,
We already saw him play.
played. I got number 7. I have like Anthony over here likes to say, paper mache neck, Matthew Stafford. And number 6, I have. You guys have him ranked a lot higher than I think you should be, Mr. Joseph Burrow.
A lot higher. There's only 5 spots left.
He shouldn't be.
And none of us have him at 1, so well, I don't think any of us have him at 1.
Never
That's what I
know.
should say.
Timmy could surprise us.
The heel
So,
turn.
I fucking love
Any-
Joe Cool.
anyone want to talk about anything interesting in the highlighted group there? They're very different lists, which I think is fascinating. I'm the only one with Stafford outside of the top 10, but he is my 11, so it's not like I have him a lot lower.
Yeah.
Melo is the highest
Melo
on
agreed.
Dak. Melo is the highest on Dak, but the lowest on Stroud. He's also going to be the lowest on Burrow. Might only be by a spot or 2, though, so it's not a huge deal.
I just think Stroud, again, I think he had a phenomenal year. I'm just not putting him in that top 5 yet. I just got to see one more year out of him.
This also means, as I check real quick, who didn't rank Hurts yet?
Me?
Yeah, you're the only one. So Melo's going to be the highest on Jalen Hurts, which is shocking. I thought I would be.
It's not by a lot.
This means, well, I won't reveal anything. No spoilers. Disregard.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Steve, you want to elaborate on Brock Purdy at 9? Even though Melo's going to have him higher than you?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's happening year after year, taking that team with weapons. I'm not going to say that he doesn't have weapons, but he's still the general of that team, taking them to where most teams would want to be.
4 All-Pros.
Not easy to win.
It doesn't matter. I mean, that's not his fault. Just like Daniel Jones signing, guys signing 4-year contracts is not Daniel Jones's fault. I can't blame him for the weapons that he has.
Oh my God, I got drafted to a good team. I stuck.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. He's not any good.
It's not. The man led a comeback drive in the Super Bowl.
No, he didn't. They were tied. He led them down the field to kick a field goal, which they then gave up another field goal to tie the game again.
Melo, not the
And
best.
then they lost in overtime.
Comeback. I was watching the
Actually, I'm glad you brought this up because I actually was looking at this earlier and I thought it was the funniest thing I saw. Do you know that last season Brock Purdy had no fourth quarter comebacks and no game-winning drives, not a single one. He was the only quarterback.
When you
kind of hard to do when
only
the team is
quarterback
winning by so much.
The
And
only
technically,
quarterback.
he had one.
The
at his-
only quarterback in the top 15 in passing yards that didn't have a single one of those things. The only one.
Because he was so good, he was beating teams before. He didn't have to come back. And if anything, he would have had one against Cleveland had their, what is it? You like to say it, their 5th round, 3rd round drafted kicker didn't miss a field goal.
How about he would have had one against Cleveland if he didn't stall the drive? How about that? How about if he doesn't stall the drive and they're in field goal range and he gets put in there for a touch? Yeah. You leave it up to someone else's hands. That's your fault.
There was no reason to miss that.
It was a 50, almost it was a 48-yarder. That's not a gimme for a rookie quarterback in a hostile environment on the road. That's not.
It is when you get drafted that high.
And it's raining. No, you can't. No. You can't blame the kid for Kyle Shanahan being a fucking idiot and taking a kicker in the 3rd round. That's not the kicker's fault. It's the kicker's fault for missing, but it's not his fault he was drafted in the 3rd round.
All right,
anyways,
let's go.
Number
5.
Melo, start us off at 5. Everyone else has started.
5, I have Jalen Hurts, who with a stud running back is going to be a beast this year and run over the NFC East.
Are we going all the way 5 through 1 now, or do you want to stop at
Let's do
5 and 4?
5 and then 4, yeah.
Or do you want to just round robin it? We'll each give our 5, each give our 4, each give our 3.
Yep.
Exactly. All right, Steve, fire.
5, I have what? Joshua Allen.
I will reveal mine. My number 5 is also
Boom! Joshua Allen.
Tim, who you got at 5?
Justin Herbert. I'm speaking French for the rest of the day.
This is a French
Justin
man.
Herbert. We'll just rapid fire. Number 4, I have Lamar. Tim, who you got at 4?
I also have Lamar.
Steve, who you got at 4?
Joseph Burrow.
And Melo.
I have Brock Purdy.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
By the way,
to an NFC championship 2 years in a row, then a Super Bowl.
I like the way Anthony
from winning.
Melo,
you were like,
Joe Burrow took his team to an AFC.
One time.
Melo.
And what else did he do?
Twice. No. He went to back-to-back AFC title games. Went to a Super Bowl once and lost the AFC title game the other time. The exact same thing that Brock Purdy did. Oh, but he's actually good the rest of the time,
Purdy doesn't
too.
get hurt. Okay, I guess that's the difference.
Well, he couldn't play the game. Remember, to get hurt.
Joe Burrow's doing this with the worst offensive line in football, by the way. Getting hit a bajillion times a game.
But was the change to the hair, does that help or hurt Joe Burrow?
Oh, he looks like Cody Rhodes now? He's trying to finish the story?
He's going to finish the story.
Joe Burrow is the second coming of Christ. You all remember that. You all remember
Steve.
that.
Joe Burrow is about to
number 3?
doesn't even have his number 1 receiver right now in practice. But okay, yeah, let's
Steve, who you got number 3?
At number 3, I have Lamar Jackson.
Tim, who you got at 3?
Joshua Allen.
I almost typed Joshua. Melo, who you got at 3?
I got Joshua Allen as well.
All right. And I at 3 have Joe Burrow. And I will continue on and give you my number 2, which to no surprise only leaves number 1. And anyone who's been paying attention should know who my number 2 is. There he is.
God.
There he is. The guy who's going to win the AFC this year. Our only hope at dethroning King Mahomes is CJ Stroud. He's our only hope. Steve, who you got at 2?
CJ Stroud.
Wow.
Melo, who you got at 2?
Lamar Jackson, reigning MVP. 2-time MVP.
Hey, CJ Stroud won as many playoff games as he did last year. And Tim, who you got at 2?
Now, the only reason I flip-flopped is because you reminded me this was based on this upcoming season. Otherwise, I don't buy into your Patrick Mahomes bullshit. But because of this upcoming season and because he got hurt and lost his weapons and he looks like Cody Rhodes, I'm putting Joe Burrows at 2. But he was at 1 up until the beginning of the show. I just want you to know that. But I'm going to flip-flop at the last second.
Do you want me to put an asterisk next to his name?
No, it's all right. You could put Burrows at 2nd.
Okay, and then that means that I'll
The
do
big
mine,
reveal.
and then I'll just copy and paste it all the way across. The shocking turn of events. Patrick Mahomes,
I don't mind
number 1
Justin
across the
Fields.
board.
What'd you say?
I'm sure
Mine's
he said
Justin
his.
Fields.
He didn't rank Patrick Mahomes. He took him off to rank Fields.
Fields was more
So,
deserving,
yeah.
obviously.
Melo the lowest with Burrow on 6, but I really don't think that's that crazy. It's not a huge disparity, honestly, once you get up into this tier of quarterbacks. Me and Tim are both in the same boat on Lamar, 4. Me and Steve, shocking right here. I thought I was going to be the only one. I thought I was going to be the only one with Stroud up there. As I said, if anyone's winning, if anyone's winning the AFC that's not Patrick Mahomes, it's that guy right there. And I wish I was exaggerating, but that's the only team I think can beat them. And I don't know that I believe they can beat them.
How far on everybody's list is the first NFC quarterback?
Okay, so my first NFC quarterback is Hurts at 6. Tim's first NFC quarterback will be Hurts at 7. Steve's is going to be Stafford at 7. Melo's is going to be Purdy at 4.
Sounds about right, since all he does is win.
See, I'll only say so much. I got him at 9. You got to stay a little bit more for him being at number 4.
The man has had 2 back-to-back years of good quarterback play. Why is he not top 5? He's played better than Burrow.
Because every time he's missing one of the weapons, he has a 3, 4, 5 interception game and they lose.
Throughout the season, what matters is when you're in the playoffs. Who do you want going into
the playoffs? Are the
playoffs?
same thing. He loses one of them and they lose. It's the same thing. It's no different. They lose one weapon, they lose the game. It's that simple.
It was, and you watch the receivers
it's every time.
Because they had 2 guys on receiver. I don't know if you guys have watched any of it.
It was a fucking waste of time.
Wait, the show?
I did watch it.
Yeah.
It was all right. It wasn't bad.
So do you guys prefer the quarterback of it or like the different positions?
I actually like that they went around to different positions.
Yeah, me too.
Gives you a new perspective on things.
But they were talking because it was Debo and Kittle from the 49ers, and it was that stretch where he didn't have his weapons, and that was that stretch where they lost 3 straight games. The Cleveland game was one of them. They showed the kicker and whatnot.
Well,
but
the only one they were missing in those 3 games was Debo, by the way.
It was Debo.
Yeah.
Poor Debo gets hammered, goes to the fucking 10 every 10 minutes, but he comes back out.
I did not realize that the Justin Jefferson injury was that serious. That was wild to see.
Yep.
That when we got shot in the back, he got hit in the back.
Shot in the back.
What? He got shot in the back.
He might as well have. Dude, he had like a bruised lung and was coughing up blood on the sideline.
Yep.
The trainers had to grab him because he was trying to catch his breath to go back in the game, and the trainers saw him spit up blood, and they're like, "Did you bite your tongue?" He's like, no, I didn't bite my tongue. Did you bite your lip? No, I didn't bite my
Coming
lip.
from inside.
We need to go look at you real quick. You need to come with us.
So what do you guys think should be the next, receiver quarterback thing? Should we go to defense, to offense?
I think defense is harder because you don't have as much name recognition.
It's not going to be as exciting,
Yeah, I think it's harder to do that. I actually think one that would be very interesting, but I don't think
Kickers. No.
Yes. No, I think one that would be really interesting, but I don't think the NFL or the teams would sign off on it, would be a coaches one, all-around head coaches. I think that would be really interesting.
Yeah, I don't think.
But I just don't think the coaches will sign off on it, so it doesn't matter.
What about like an
I think at this
offensive line?
point, those guys are boring as shit.
Honestly, the only other thing they have to do are running backs and tight ends. Those are your only two options.
No, they included receiver. Kittle was in this one.
Yeah, so that kind of kills
running back.
Doing a tight end solo one. So it's running back or you go back to quarterback. I don't think you have anything else. I mean, I would love to see them try to do a defensive one and maybe just go around and pick like high profile defensive players.
Yeah,
like
it would
all
have to be a position. Yeah, not a position.
Yeah, I think that would make a lot of sense.
I think that'd be good.
You get like a Fred Warner, a Jalen Ramsey, you get a Myles Garrett. You get some. So I think that'd be fascinating to see them follow around Sauce. I think that if they're gonna do positions on the other side of the ball, I think it has to be. You can't do one position. It can't be just like 5 corners, because like while someone like Sauce and someone like Jalen, I think could probably help carry a show. I think after that, I think you're really struggling with personalities and stuff after that. Dexter Lawrence, I would love to see. I thought he was. I wish we had got to see more of him in Hard Knocks. I didn't understand that.
Personality explodes.
Well, none of the players were. I wanted to. I know it's an off-season one, but like, fuck, man, show me some more player stuff.
I agree. I was missing that. I kind of wanted to see more of how, even though I'm not as big a fan, I kind of wanted to see how DJ would have handled like, oh, what are your thoughts on maybe them drafting a quarterback or moving up? Like, I want to get a feel for him. As much as I don't like him as a player, off the field, I still want to see like how he reacts to these things, because that might sway me a little bit more.
Yeah, you saw them talk to him about it, but you didn't really see him react and respond. It was kind of just them.
I think that was done on purpose, because how bad the Giants have not wanted to do this show. I think the offseason one was a way of like, listen, we'll do the offseason one, now leave us the fuck alone. Because they're very.
That was the worst one they could have done, though.
I don't know, but they were very dead set against doing the show, period. So I think this offseason thing was like, look, we'll do the offseason, stay away from our players, and we'll just watch us do the offseason stuff. You can talk to the rookies.
You have to come back to us for a minute.
Yeah, you can talk to the rookies. You can't talk to anybody else. Leave us alone. We did the show. Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, I think now that I think we lost Steve. Oh no, there he is. I think now by default they're ineligible for like 2 years or something like that, right? Isn't that the rule? Like 2 years where you can't be mandatorily chosen.
Oh, I don't know.
I forgot what the rules are. They have certain rules to it. Like if your team has a certain record, you're automatically eligible. But if your team, if you've done it, you're supposed to have like a grace period. It's some weird rules they have to it.
There's a team that's done it twice, right? Isn't it like the Bengals or something like that?
Dallas. Did Dallas do it twice?
It's been around a lot longer than I've really only started watching it the last probably handful of years. I still think that the best one I've seen is Detroit. I thought the Detroit one was phenomenal.
The Jets did it. Dallas did it. I think Dallas did it twice.
I think Dallas did do it twice. I think at some point in time, we're probably going to get to a point where – no, there's the Jets that did it twice. The Jets did it twice because they did it one of the years when Sanchez was there, and then they did it with A-Rod last year.
So Dallas has done it twice. The Bengals have done it twice. The Jets have done it twice. The Dolphins have done it twice. This is combining all the different ones because of remember the Dolphins did the first one with Ocho Cinco, and then last season they did the in-season one.
You're right. I'd forgotten about
it. It's like all the spin-offs.
Yeah, so the Rams have done it twice, and that is it. So it's Cowboys, Bengals, Jets, Dolphins, and Rams that have done it twice.
So in the Bears,
I forget about the whole. Now there's like the in season 1, 2. So
yeah,
I think my favorite in far of what you get to see is the off season one, Although, what I will say, I want to see one team do
The whole way through.
Just give me the whole way through. Give me off season, give me training camp, give me in season from one team. I want to follow one team for a whole season.
That'd be cool.
I don't think there's not a single team that's going to sign off on that, but I would love to see
the Ravens, Cowboys, Chiefs, Cowboys, Bengals, Jets, Dolphins. Hang on, why did it stop there? Son of a bitch.
Give me a second, Jim.
Dolphins, Falcons, Texans, Rams, Bucks, Browns, Raiders. Now they're mixing them all together. Why mix them all together? Just want the basic one. A lot of teams have done it, though.
Yeah, and we've never wanted to do it. Giants want to stay away from all that stuff.
Yeah, up until 2019, it was just a regular show. And that was Ravens, Cowboys, Chiefs, Cowboys, Bengals, Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Falcons, Texans, Rams, Bucks, Browns, Raiders. Then they started doing the two of them. Chargers, Rams, Cowboys, Colts were in season. Detroit, Arizona was in season. The Jets again. Dolphins are in season. Now the Giants are off season. It's going to be the Bears. And there's going to be an AFC North team for in season this year.
AFC North.
AFC North.
So who do we want that to be?
It's a good question.
It's not a team. It's the whole division. It's every team.
AFC North is going to be the whole division, really?
The whole division. It's all four teams.
That's good, though.
I think that's interesting.
The teams.
But I also think you're not going to get enough from each one.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it gets done. All right. Anything else on the top quarterback or quarterback rankings? We'll get that. Ant's gonna get that over to me. We'll average everything out. We'll get our top or our quarterback rankings posted up somewhere on the talk, as the kids call it.
Attack.
I don't know if they call it that. I'm just old and I just make stuff up.
I don't think they do.
Melo, the talk. We're still good saying that? The talk?
Oh,
yes?
Can't hear us. Now.
Are we still okay saying the talk?
Sorry, I had the mic muted. Yeah, I think it's still okay to say the talk.
You let us know when that stops.
I mean, I think I'm the wrong person for that now at this point.
He's on the other side of it.
I've been hearing some slang nowadays that I'm like, what does that even mean? Like,
dude, do you know how? I just said dude though. No, but I gotta say real quick though. Do you know how much it angers me when I hear a girl call a guy bro? It makes me fucking insane, bro. I'm like, that's not your bro. If it's not your real brother, stop calling him bro.
Bruh. How about bra? Like D-R-A-H.
That's fine. But you know what? When a girl is when a boyfriend and a girlfriend and the girl, if my girlfriend ever called me bro, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here! Don't call me bro. I'm not your bro.
That's a big Miami thing, bro.
I don't like it. No, I hold the kids. That's the big thing. Everything's a bro now.
I say bro.
Also, like Ohio Riz. Like I don't even know what that means. Like
Ohio Riz.
Yeah, I don't know to this day what that means. I've just heard it, and I'm like, what?
I know that the kids that there was a thing about Ohio, but Ohio Riz.
Yeah, again, no idea what that means. If anyone
Ohio's
in the chat wants to chime
charisma.
in, zero idea.
Go on the Google.
On the Google. We should
net.
do something like that next week. We should go through a list of terms and see what we got. See what we know.
Well,
I already have it. Ohio Riz. It means you have a weird kind of charisma.
Okay, so I know it's charisma, but see, because the kids, everybody was making fun of Ohio. I forgot the reason. I'll ask my son tomorrow. I can't remember.
Wait.
Yeah, exactly. You should be able to fill us in here, boss.
I forgot. I can't remember.
Whatever this word is, GYA Gat.
Yeah. That's booty, right?
That booty.
Attractive butt. And the skibidi. Skibbity. You know all these fucking terms.
Oh my God.
Look at Steve rocking all these terms. That means somebody evil. I hate kids.
Somebody evil.
A skibbity.
Skibbity. So if I say Daniel Jones is a skibbity.
Stop it.
I hate the youth.
What happened to
I'm
like
not
the
gonna lie.
cool
If you guys
words
can
like
keep talking
gnarly?
for like 5 minutes, I will have the consensus list ready.
What happened to like gnarly, dope, like
Fresh.
skibbity?
You just said fucking gnarly, and you're younger than me. Good lord.
I still hear dope sometimes. Gnarly, I haven't heard in outside of 4 seconds ago.
Cowabunga? No.
No.
Cowabunga wasn't really ever a thing, Dave. That was just a
Come
turtles.
on, the
That was
Ninja
just a
Turtle made
turtle.
it a thing.
No one's ever yelled Cowabunga who wasn't a turtle fan.
Oh, so I guess they were making fun. It's Ohio versus the world. There was some type of world conspiracy, things that only happen in Ohio. So I guess that's our Florida man type thing.
That's so silly. Anyways,
Keep
I
it
hate
going.
the- I hate the fact-
I'm getting there. I'm getting
I
there.
hate the
Hold
fact
on.
that they call hot dogs glizzies.
but that's supposedly a New Yorkers thing, no?
I don't know. I want to punch someone in the face. I swear to God. I hate kids. I hate the youth.
So I guess while we wait for Ann to get this consensus, Timmy, how do you feel about SummerSlam? You know, we did the predictions. You know, a lot of us were right on a couple things.
Nia, we all whiffed on. Right? Did you pick Nia to win that?
I think I did pick Nia.
Oh, you did pick Nia? I didn't pick Nia. That's because you don't like Bailey.
Yeah.
Well, more importantly, Dave, I know I hit you up, but I don't think you wrote me back. There's some major changes coming to that show.
I did.
Did you? I didn't know if you wrote me back or not.
Yeah.
So you need to let me know when you can do it because it's going to be me and you from now on.
So I guess I could say it from here on out, with this new schedule until things change again. I'm available only for shows on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
No, I'm good with for Fridays if you don't have no life like I do.
Oh, we definitely believe in Mr. Joe Hendry.
Do we believe
this
in
is
Anthony right now?
Unless Unsportsmanlike changes
I'm sorry.
to another day, then unfortunately episode 100 might be my last one for a minute. Because I will be working overnight, not overnights, but evenings, essentially from 4 to midnight, Monday through Thursday.
We can do it on Fridays. You want to do it on Friday? I'm good with Fridays.
I'm good. Fridays, I'm completely off. Saturday, Sundays, I'm working 8 to 4. So by 4 p.m., I'm out. And that's why I can do this as well.
We might as well now announce it, boss. We might as well just announce it right now. That my co-host, Mr. Eric Zant, AZ, he gave me his blessing, though, because I said it was our show and I'll do what he wants to do. But he said no, I should continue on without him. But he could not come to a contract agreement. Him and Steve have been battling it out back and forth. I'm
got Joe Shane Jr. over here.
I'm completely staying out of it. I want nothing to do with it. I know a personal masseuse is something that Steve didn't want to give Eric. I get it. That's something that you
almost like the A-Rod treatment.
Yeah, you don't. I don't know. I agree with Steve on that one. You don't need a personal masseuse. The hairstylist, all that kind of stuff.
Not the type he wanted.
Yeah, exactly. So the show is going on. Dave, you're getting promoted from number 3 man to number 2 man now.
So does that mean Bert goes from 6 to 3, or does Bert also lose his spot?
6.
Bert's out.
Bert gets a Booker T treatment.
Yes, he gets the Booker T treatment. He gets the Jim the Anvil treatment. That's when he thought he was in. Whack! You hit him in the nuts and you throw him out. No, Bert is more than welcome anytime he wants, but that dude is just too busy.
I love how he was available that day. He was watching SummerSlam. I was like, "You didn't come on the show at all?" And then he teases us with like, "Oh, I saw something, but I don't want to tell you guys." Like,
oh yeah.
I was like, "Come on, Bert, just say what it is."
And then it was wrong. Did he ever tell us?
No.
You were really hammering him too. Tell me, Bert. Tell us now.
Me and Ann were hammering him the entire show, and he did not say anything.
Ant, do we have the top 10?
I have the whole thing.
All right.
All right. So let me
should we reveal? Let's reveal. Okay. Go. Yeah. Okay. Do it that way.
You want me to do it? Here, I got you. I'll do it the fun way. All right. Let me zoom in right on this. Oh my God. I got zoom in more.
And we are, by the way, before Andy gets started, this is the year I'm demanding that we all dress up for the Halloween special. I am already online looking for my costume. I cannot tell you what it is.
So all surprises then.
It will be highly offensive. I might get suspended again, but it'll be worth every goddamn second. It'll be worth every fine. It'll be worth everything.
It's great. When I looked up the Olympics before the breakdancing, and I get an ad finding soulmates from the Philippines.
There you go.
I just looked over to the right, and that was on the screen. I was like, where did the hell did this come from?
All right. Do you want me to do these in batches, or?
Yeah, doing like a batch of the 5, I guess.
So here's 31 through 20. Boom. There's 31 through 20.
Shocker, Bryce Young is last.
Poor
Bryce Young last, Drake May, Justin Fields,
and
Jaden
Anthony
Daniels,
Richardson somehow averaged out to.
I mean,
22.
Drake May should have an unknown on my list since he wasn't ranked.
Geno Smith at 20. So then we'll scroll up. And we'll go to 10. Consensus 19 to 10. Baker at 19. Caleb 18. Kirk 17. Kyler 16. Lawrence 15. Brock 14. Tua 13. A-Rod 12. Dak 11. And Jared Goff number 10.
All right, we got our top 10 starts off. Number 10, Jared Goff.
Okay, I'll do these one at a time now. Number 10. Oh, no, number 9. Sorry. I didn't mean to go to Goff. Yeah, I fucked it up. Whatever. Number 10 was Goff. Number 9, Jordan Love. Number 8, Matt Stafford. Number 7, Jalen Hurts. Number 6, Justin Herbert. Number 5, C.J. Stroud.
All right, we got him in the top 5, and we made that happen.
We did our part.
Yes, that's it. That's all that matters.
Number 4, Josh Allen. Number 3, Joe Burrow. Number 2, the reigning MVP, as Melo pointed out, Lamar Jackson. And then the biggest shocker of them all.
Stunning.
Number 1, Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick.
And notice the difference between 1 and then 2, 3, 4. It's like consensus 1 and then like 3.5, 3.25. Like the averages is what I mean.
Yeah, Josh Allen perfectly averaged out to 4. Mahomes perfectly averaged out to 1. I don't think there was any other ones that. Lawrence at 15 averaged out perfectly. Kirk at 17.
Anthony Richardson.
Somehow, even though we all had him 22, he's 21. Because the way the average works out, him averaging 22 puts him at 21. Go figure.
Because Deshaun Watson got popped at 28 by somebody.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I still think I'd take Allen over Burrow. But that's not the purpose of the list. The purpose of the list. I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like average wise, I gotta say.
This season, this is our list. So, I will send the boss the whole thing.
Let's do it.
And he can do with it what he wants after that.
Yes, sir. All right. Well.
All right, so next we're up into our D23 talk. Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom are getting some new rides, which I know Anthony's extremely excited about.
I am actually. I'm actually very excited about it.
But I'm not excited that they might kill the Muppets theater.
They're not. They're not. Nope.
Land.
They already said it's not the Muppets. They're moving the what is it? The artist studio or whatever.
Done with the Muppets.
The artist studio's moving.
The Muppets is great.
Come on now.
The studio thing is. Do you know? Tim knows where they have the Star Wars stuff now, next to the Little Mermaid and the little kid area.
Mm-hmm.
That pavilion is being torn down, and that will be the Monsters Inc. area.
Okay.
So Muppets stays. Muppets survives a round of expansion.
God. And now the villains thing. Do you think that's got to be an answer to Universal now?
So if you look at where they're putting it, it's actually really interesting. They're supposedly getting rid of Tom Sawyer Island and the riverboat.
Good.
They're getting rid of both of them.
Yeah, should have been taken out for a while.
Yeah, they're getting rid of both of those things, and there's going to be a Villain's Land, and there's also going to be an extension of Frontierland, which will be a Cars Land, I assume, like Radiator Springs. And there's one other one, which I can't remember right now. There's another lane going there, too.
Who the fuck wants to go to Tom Sawyer?
Right now.
Who wants to go to Tom Sawyer Islands this day? Nobody
Did you
wants
see,
to go to that shit.
Did you see the 2 rides they're putting in at Avengers Campus in California, though? Because those look cool as shit.
No.
So they have one ride called Avengers. What is it? No, it's called Multiversal Defenders or something like that. And essentially, you're fighting a version of Thanos, known as King Thanos, who beat the Avengers. And that is who the ride is up to fight against. And it will take you to Wakanda and Asgard and a few other places on the ride. It sounds really cool. The other one is you go into Tony Stark's lab and you get to test out his flight suit. And the ride mechanism looks similar to... Fuck, I forgot the name of the Harry Potter movie.
I kid.
I really thought you were going to cut us off. I really did.
I thought so too. Like, damn, right in the middle of me talking. But essentially, it's like an arm, and there's like seats that are attached to it, and it's supposed to fly you around, make you feel like you're flying in an Iron Man suit. But that looks really cool. Yeah, no, a bunch of really cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie. If we really want to do a D23 thing, I could spend a good hour and a half talking about it. There's a lot of
So we got the kitchen sink, though, right?
Yeah, that you're never gonna be able to do. So
Soon.
If we do it Friday,
It's on the weekend.
Yeah.
Soon.
So Steve, you're never gonna join us for that one, I assume.
Of
You're
course
just
I will.
You'll just let.
But
the
I
three of
won't
us
be a part of a
completely
4-hour show. No. won't
So
be.
you'll just dip in and out of that one.
Yes.
Tim will host, and me and Melo
Steve-
will take
Steve
him
He
on.
can't-
only does the
Listen.
Christmas show that's 4 hours. That's
That's
the
right.
only show that he does the entire time.
Steve can't stay on. He has a lot of staying up all night to do, doing whatever he does. Because he
I'm
doesn't
very
sleep.
busy. I have to go.
Because he doesn't
I have to go
sleep.
not sleep.
I look at my phone all the time. And the only one with all the blue checks on for every single app is Steve.
Not always.
He's up. Every single
I do
app,
think-
he's up.
I do think it's funny. What night was it? There was one night over the weekend where Steve was firing off messages at like 2 a.m, and I was up, so I responded.
No, I saw it was fucking Bert and them going on at like 3 a.m. I was like, shut up. I want to go to
What was
sleep.
Bert talking about at 3 o'clock?
That's how I
I don't
felt
know.
today. That's how I felt
I
today.
muted that
with
chat.
This whole Borderlands horror movie.
Oh, the
queen talk,
Borderlands.
I was like, come on, guys, I'm trying to sleep here. Like, I don't need to hear this.
You gotta mute.
nonsense.
You gotta mute the chats, dude. I mute the general pop culture pros chat. It's muted for me. I'll jump in every now and then and try and catch up. I can't. No, that thing goes off nonstop. It's like every 3 seconds there's another message sent. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't. My
But
phone- I have to-
there's a lot of times there's some lulls in there. All right, let's get up on out of here. Let's get a round robin going. Timmy T. What you got?
Yeah, we got big changes coming to Just You Sweet, unfortunately. Hopefully you guys will get the contract settled, and I'm going to talk to Eric. Say, listen, you know, not everybody gets a masseuse and you know, what's it called, per diem and stuff like that. You can't have that shit, you know. So,
I
but
mean,
until
even though the per diem in his area is like $1.25 a day, but
exactly.
Still.
So, but yeah, so look for me and Dave to start taking over. I'm sure Ant will want to come on and talk some wrestling too. Yeah, and also I decided a complete overhaul. It's going to be a Just Too Sweet 2.0 kind of new logo, new opening.
Mhm.
Might tweak the music a bit. It's all coming soon, leading up to the Halloween episode, which everyone's got to wear a costume when you're not allowed on.
He's gonna
So-
update it. He's gonna update it to the Bloodline music.
More
I mean,
offensive, more
I thought it was
offensive the
gonna
better.
be- I thought it was going to be more like Wolfpack.
Nah, just switching it to red is too easy. I want to get a little nuts. I think. I don't know. I have my logo person on working, and we'll see what they come up with, and maybe I'll put it out there as a consensus, and whoever wins, you'll choose that one.
I'm definitely going to need a new picture for the opening then. 'Cause
Yeah, we definitely need a new
Yeah.
opening.
that Melo was a lot less gray.
Yeah, we all need a new opening.
Aren't
Yeah.
you like 30? Shut up.
you're like,
If you look at the photo,
yeah,
from
but the
that
gray,
photo,
the gray is coming.
look
to
at that
play a lot.
picture of me now. Like, A lot less.
Just
gray.
start calling you LeBron, bro.
We got to
His
pull
shit
some
was
video.
super good.
Pull some video from the 100th. Pull some video from there to put in the opening, not just still pictures. It'll be pretty cool.
Yes.
And then that's it. And Joe Burrows, love him. That's all.
Burrows.
Go Burrows.
Melo,
Nothing
that show
much.
for a bit on this show, unless
Yep.
we can sneak some weekend shows out there.
Absolutely. If it's a weekend show, I will be here. Always, if I'm off on a certain day, it doesn't look again from what it looks like. I'll only be off Fridays, maybe every other Thursday. So possibly, if that's the case, I know that's not going to be the case the next 2 weeks. But if it is, then I can definitely jump on Thursday. But if not, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. 100 episodes. So happy to get here.
You don't get to come back and then do a farewell every like 3 weeks. This is not how this shit works.
I mean,
right?
that's what it feels like. I mean, what?
I don't know what kind of fucking contract you got, but you got more PTO than any of us apparently.
Yeah, I put in a
That's
lot
fine.
of years.
I'm gonna renegotiate.
Been here since 2011.
I'm holding out.
He's a holdout.
But besides that, yeah, Timmy, definitely down for some Just Too Sweet on the weekends. And I'm very excited that we got some football coming back. Less than 2 weeks, we got some college football. Big game, at least for myself. We got UF, so looking forward to that.
Open week.
Got a
Up
coworker that's a UF fan, so I really need UM to come out
Yeah,
and win
here.
that first game.
You gotta wear Ant. You gotta wear the hoodie that week.
I'll wear it.
Oh, it's a big thing. All right, Ant, what you got here?
I just can't wait until we get to see our consensus number 5 and consensus number 10 quarterbacks face off in the Super Bowl. For anyone wondering, that's CJ Stroud and
Aaron Rodgers? Aaron
Sure.
Rodgers and Brock Purdy?
CJ Stroud can't face Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers and Brock Purdy. That's what
Not
you're
anymore.
right?
Aaron Rodgers has to go to a darkness retreat that week. He wouldn't be there even if they were playing.
And he can't beat the 49ers anyway.
He has a pre-planned trip to Timbuktu that week. Can't miss it.
Pre-planned that Wednesday.
Pre-planned.
Yeah.
He already
You
put in.
talked about the coaches needing to have an ego. Robert Saleh has an ego. Yeah, it's perfect. You should love Saleh.
Coming from the quarterback who fucking missed training camp to go to fucking Egypt. You had
Yeah,
all offseason
he
to go
was
to fucking
there.
Egypt. You got to
He
go
was
during
there for
ridiculous.
stupid as shit.
all the
Never
other
heard
big
of.
games that weren't mandatory. So, why is it a big deal that he wasn't there for the mandatory one? He was there for all the other
He's
ones.
a leader.
Because that's
Let's
the
get
only
leader.
one where they're all there. It's
So
the only one where the
Melo.
whole team is there. It's the only one where the whole team is
Not
actually there.
everybody. Not everybody. Because he
Yeah,
wasn't
him. He's
one
the only
missing.
fucking one not there.
He was not the only one out there.
And he's fighting with the
Hey.
teammates.
Hey, just
Not a
remember,
good
if it's
start.
not about winning, get that shit out of here. All right? If it's not about winning, who cares if I got to go to Egypt? Fuck.
He was not the only one there. I'm just gonna throw that out there. No one talks about that.
Who else wasn't there? Hassan Reddick, who never
Yes.
reported after being traded. It doesn't even
Exactly.
count.
Of course.
First of
it
all,
counts.
can we talk about how stupid that is that they traded for a guy that they didn't have a new contract for, and he told them before they traded for him he wasn't going to report until he got a new contract. They traded for him anyway, and they want to know why he hasn't showed up yet. What a great run organization!
Yeah.
Because he's in Japan, right? Being
Fucking Jets. No, he wants a new contract. He told them before they traded for him, if you don't pay me a new contract, I'm not coming. They haven't paid him. He hasn't shown up.
ridiculous.
All right,
We're
let's not
talking
talk about
Aaron Rodgers.
let's not
who
talk about
reported
Aaron
before.
Rodgers no more. All right,
wait
let's
for that
let's
man
get
to
up
come
on
back
out of
later
here.
in the year.
Mello, no more Aaron Rodgers talk from you on this show. Oh man. All right, that'll do it for us on episode 100. That really was episode 101. But we will be back here next week
Don't break the fourth wall.
or later this week. We'll see. We'll see how things work out. And on our next episode, what I want to do is around the same time last year we did over unders on each team, and we'll go through that that little
Our
exercise.
division winners.
Division
awards,
winners also as we get
Bowl, go home
closer.
run.
Super Bowl. And then we're just about a month away from starting week 1 picks, baby.
Thank
World famous.
God. Thank God.
The picks.
World famous.
World
picks.
is right again.
Picks.
The world will be right again.
World famous.
Oh, thank God football.
We'll see what team Timmy puts the mush on this year.
I was good last year. I didn't mush nobody last year. I didn't win
No, not
last
at
year,
all.
but I didn't mush this particular team.
No,
Didn't he call it before the season about the Lions though? Wasn't Timmy like early on the Lions? Like
yeah.
Timmy's been on the Lions for like the last 3 years.
2 years I've been on the line. I said the Lions are going to
It's
be
hard
good.
knocks.
And spoiler alert, I like them this year too.
No, but
I
Ant,
just said it.
the
Lions
worst was
second
was a
Super
couple
Bowl.
of years ago, Anthony. It was the Titans. It was every year, every week.
Wasn't he
Timmy-
the Rams also another
If I
year?
pick them, they win. They lost. If I pick them to lose, they win. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what. The Titans
It got to the
take.
point where we would wait to see what Timmy was going to pick for the Titans, and then just go the opposite.
But I won that year
It was-
though.
It was pretty good.
I won the year of the Titan mush though.
Just screwed the Titans.
That's crazy.
Betting, all that stuff's coming into play in here in just a few weeks.
I had the greatest
All right.
3 week span ever that year. So I don't want to hear nothing.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
The first 3 weeks, I went 15-1, 16-0, and 15-1. I don't want to hear nothing. I did good that year.
Holy shit. Jesus.
yeah.
Then it was like hold your breath the rest of the season. Don't no one catches me. But it was always Steve. It was always me and Steve.
Yes.
I think I've only gone 16-0 like once in like all the years I've done picks.
Let's do it again this year, Timmy.
Ready?
And I don't know if it's
Let these
happening,
guys
but
try and
you're
catch us.
defending undisputed PCP fantasy football champion. Still here.
Is that you?
Of course, it's me.
You won last year?
Yes. Came back. Got that
Yeah.
6th seed and just boom after one another. No. That's how it is.
Who was your quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know.
Ain't win no title with him last year.
He won on good vibes.
All right, we'll figure out who Melo won with as quarterback last year, but we will see you guys later on this week for another episode. Peace out, everybody.
Mahomes.